not fucking around. This is getting serious.
Oh, good. Well, they heard that,
Serious time.
so we're
Oh, are
live.
we
Oh,
on the
hello?
thing?
Yeah, we're live.
Yes,
Well,
We're
We're
live.
hello.
fucking
we
Hi.
wicked
are indeed
serious. It's time to get serious, people. This is Halgia D&D.
We're
I
never serious here.
am Richard J. RJ, the GM of Halgia, this homebrew campaign setting for 15th edition Dungeons
Oh my
and
god,
Dragons.
we've been going for so
You
long.
got it.
Somebody
We're
help
all
You got it. You got it. Keep going.
for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. If you ever happen to watch this and you like what's going on here, go ahead and follow and subscribe. That would be neat. So who are
Would
you
be.
people?
Hi, I'm highly serious.
Hi,
And
highly
I play,
serious.
And I play Ryan, the human Moonlight Fighter.
I don't know why he's so sleepy. It's early over here. Hi, my name is Hush. I play Micah, the half warlock phantom cleric. Wait, no. Hi, my name is Faye. I play Faye, the half elf warlock sorceress. There we go. No, that
No,
wasn't
in the
rehearsed. That was completely
love
off
you.
cuff.
Very good.
Thank
Hi,
you.
I'm Jackie. I got my booster shot yesterday. Get boosted.
boy.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Fuck COVID. I play Makey, the ASMR cleric warlock. I forgot what I was doing.
What is wrong with everyone today?
We're terrible.
We're still in the Feywild, clearly.
Mine was a funny bit. I don't know what hurts you.
I have French fries.
They're cold.
Congratulations.
They're cold.
Those are
Just like her
chips.
fucking heart. Don't with this British shit.
What do you call
My
it?
apologies
Pots?
for speaking the truth. Chips. They're chips. Those are chips.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
okay. What are pots?
Things that you cook things in.
Okay. All right.
I am allegedly Hush. I am a Tabaxi arcane trickster rogue, and the player is Kira sometimes.
I am
Allegedly,
Micah,
sometimes.
part of this well-oiled machine that we have here. And I play Quinn, the Eladrin Phantom Rogue.
And thanks for joining us for that not at all confusing introduction. I don't think that we actually accomplished anything. If that was a test, I think we just got a D- for effort.
Yeah.
That set the general tone for the session.
Yeah, that's about how chaotic this is going to get. So let's just jump into it. Do we have a recap?
Yes.
Recap.
We are brought into a pocket of the Feywild to perform a rite of the moon. But we learned that Spulio, despite having facilitated rites in the past, has no idea how they work. And that kind of tips us off in a really weird way. We're a little surprised and a little suspicious. But we press onward, greeted by enchanting music and mazes of flowers and vibrant flora. We are then, we encounter this individual named Sirigos, who we hand off the censer to that had to be delivered to them in the first place. And then they tell us what the rite is, since we had no idea. And so the rite is where every so often a squadron of elves or individuals would come here and help, restore some lost souls from the Shadowfell back to a more natural state. And so as soon as it becomes dusk, those creatures will appear. And then they did. And then we fought some really strange creatures, some of them who were grasping for comfort, some of them who were very ferocious. And it was a very interesting time. But we did manage to take out all three of them, and their monstrous forms were dissipated into things that were more natural. Like, one was, I believe, like a craftsman, another one was, in the middle of some kind of work, but they were restored. And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the final 5 minutes of last session, when we were really rushing, because some of us had stuff to do in life, which is vastly less exciting than the Feywild. You had a little fox creature that was following your group around and looking at Buff Boy Ryan, and actually confronted Ryan at the end. um, asking why he's here, and he shouldn't be in this place, where Ryan gave the heroic retort of, "You let him know I'm coming for him." You then receive the Rite of the Moon, which is essentially having sight beyond sight to an extent, able to detect the presence of any trapdoors or secret passageways, see into the ethereal plane for a range of 30 feet. And the part that I forgot to tell you to write down was that if a creature is subjected to illusion magic or like glamour magic, you would be able to see past that to their true self.
Nice.
You have this right for 24 hours, where Spulio leads you back out of this portal, back into the Temple of Sehanin, and essentially gave his exposition about why it's probably important to share some of your history. Before you have 24 hours to go, what I've gathered from what you've told me, tear this island apart.
We're going everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, my pencil.
No.
So, we begin as Quinn drops one of her daggers on the ground. You look down and you can see these glittering, like floating beads of gossamer light, and these little like winged, almost like a light spell, dancing light spell has been cast, but these like little winged creatures floating around an ethereal space, and you realize that you cannot shut this off. You grab your dagger; it's very disorienting.
That's gonna be very distracting. Okay.
What's distracting?
Yeah, I
All
don't know
of
what's
the-
distracting.
Everything.
Can't you just
All
turn
the
it
things
off?
floating around.
Just stop seeing it.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
How are you shutting it off?
Hush is just batting at the lights.
Thinking about it? I mean, it's in front of my face. I don't know how to choose to stop seeing something.
I mean, just don't see it.
Try
Well,
to
you
catch it,
see,
try to catch it, try to catch
It's
it.
not as helpful as you might think it is.
I mean, what you got to, I mean, like rather than just closing your eyes, you got to close your other eyes. You know, the eyes that are inside your eyes, you got to close those eyes.
I agree with Faye.
Okay.
I look over at Ryan like, what the fuck? Did he just say that?
I am allowed to agree with people.
I'm gonna try to focus to get rid of this stuff, I guess.
All right, make a wisdom check.
This is not gonna be great.
Hush, you've wandered off about
okay.
15 feet away from the rest of them, just chasing one of these little, like, floating fairy creatures and swatting at it.
16.
16?
13.
13?
Yeah.
You're able to... You kind of start to understand what Ryan means, and you almost like you're trying to like focus on one thing and blur out the background in your head. That's kind of what you do for a moment, but it is super hard to concentrate on, and it will go away after a minute.
Okay, this is gonna be a fun day. I can already feel a headache coming on.
Hush, can you come back over here with the group? You're not trying to escape your responsibilities, are you?
Well, responsibilities. This is my responsibility.
What the hell are you doing?
You don't see these? They're mocking me.
Oh, she's chasing a light.
Oh, very cat-like. What a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. What do you need? That's so important. That's more important than this right now.
Do you
That
have
with a
some... Deferring to your logic here, but do you have some... details that you'd like to share about us that might be helpful to your new compatriots who seem to be completely unaware of some of our presence?
Yeah. Well, now that I've gotten to know you guys, you don't seem to be the quickest people to judge based on, previous histories. Um, are you familiar with a lot of the turf war and gang violence in Narrow Shadow?
No.
No, not even a little bit.
Can't say
Can't
I am.
can't say I am.
I am very deeply involved.
That
And
somehow does not surprise me.
okay, good. See, we're on the same page. It's something that I'm deeply proud of. And she's going to turn around and show off the symbol that she wears on her banner that she keeps on her. And I lead a team known as the Split Jaw Zoo, and we are comprised of some of the coolest radical animals in town. It's
Coolest.
pretty
Don't
fun.
forget that. Just don't forget that part.
I'm making it sound like, oh, we're just like a breakfast club that show, that meet up every week. No.
It's Tony the Tiger. There's Toucan Sam. Sorry, go ahead.
It absolutely is now. It absolutely fucking is now.
So
the
sorry.
zoo is no, it's fine. The zoo is a formidable group that I lead. It was dissolved a little bit, but I've been working super hard to travel all over Haldria to bring it all back together. Shut up, Spulio!
It's true.
I know. And it bothers me, but I think it's just a matter of circumstance that it didn't work out that great, and I'm working really hard to get everyone back together because I know that if we just get tags back, we'll be okay. We can go right back to how things used to be. Right?
How did things used to be?
It was just us kids. All right. I used to be in a school in Windermere. Against my will. All right. Let's make sure that we get that one clear. And I met someone. He was a shifter. His name was Tags. And he had this remarkable way of getting to know people, shaking hands with really powerful entities, dissolving any predisposed ideas of what people like us, people who are lower class, people who are more squalid in living conditions, can be. He tore away a lot of those stereotypes because he was so well spoken and really charismatic. And that's how we were able to get a lot of things done. Our goal as a gang was to shake the table and to establish a bit of equilibrium between people who are worse off and those who are powerful. The ones who are powerful and have the means to stop it and choose not to. And naturally, there's a lot of gangs who also want to do the same thing. We just have different approaches. And so we were all together for a really long time. I grew up with these guys. And then one day he just disappeared. And with him being such a crucial informant for all of us, we were able to, get leads, we were able to get jobs, we were able to lead heists and get our money and our resources that way. But if he's gone, so are our leads. And money went dry, leads went dry, a lot of our connections weren't getting back to us, and we were left with pennies at best. And you can't launch a revolution on empty stomachs. And so there was only so much that I could do until people just started to leave.
And it's not helpful when you're left with pennies and a stronger, more formidable, well, not stronger, more well established gang begins to swoop in with the promise of hot meals and soft places to lay and tries to coerce some of the group of us to join with them. And there was a woman who was particularly good at that. And she is terrifying.
She crossed the line.
And how do you suppose we're going to get the two that actually joined with her back to us?
Me, being the person that I am, would love nothing more than to storm wherever she goes and wherever she is and break her bases bit by bit until she has nothing left. But Tags would want a conversation.
And who is this woman that stepped in?
Her name is Churai, and she is the leader of the Hot Steppers. We've seen their kind around before. Yeah, Churai. She's been around. We've seen her around. If you remember when we were on our way over to the Veins in the desert, and we ran into those fire tigers. Pretty sure they were affiliated with her.
Wait, all the way back then?
What
Yeah,
makes you say that?
they carry a symbol. The symbol of a boot with fire at the heel.
Those fuckers tried to throw me off a cliff.
I know! They're assholes!
They bit me right here. I'll pull up my arm.
They made me care about them for a little bit, and now I don't feel as bad.
And when you say gang, do you mean like gang?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Are we talking like protection rackets and murder and all that?
The zoo was never responsible directly for any insatiable, insidious murders. We never did that. We more so went. Roll it.
Yeah, I gotta.
Just because it seemed we were never directly responsible.
Yeah, that's
Ryan?
a
Ryan
That's
and
a-
I were in a gang once.
19.
We were.
22.
Yeah,
That was
remember?
a great time.
Yeah. We
Oh,
would,
yeah.
like run around the city like with sticks and hit
Hmm.
people because
Yeah.
they're being assholes.
I think that's called being a 5-year-old kid.
Oh no, we did this when Mickey was like it was last year.
Hush is being really honest. She is not familiar with any murders or any killings that the zoo were affiliated with. Their primary objective was to break into schools, grab their shit, connect with people, bribe them, grab their shit as well, and make connections for us to pretty much stand on top, bit by bit. Nothing particularly violent, unless someone made it that way.
To relate this to other sources, the zoo has a bit of a Robin Hood-like mentality.
And suddenly the way Hush dresses makes so much more sense.
What's that supposed to mean, Ryan? You got something to say?
Did it sound like an insult? It was meant only as a compliment.
Oh, thank you. I am very particularly pleased with this. I mean, like, these boots are awesome.
And I was going to say, I can see you do this just to annoy that one. So
Yeah, it's an old habit, even before the zoo, of just doing things on my own and being a little defiant and a little bratty. Like, even my ponytail, it's on the side because my brother would always constantly try to fix it. Nope, it's on the side now. Just to piss him off.
If you want to see true eloquence, I wish I still had my banner, because if I did...
It wouldn't be as torn or messy as this one. I like it because it builds character.
Oh, it has laced embroidery all along its edges. There's a beautiful silk sheen.
Did you keep it?
did it ever see battle?
I lost it running from Narrow
A
Shadow.
battle?
Oh. Well, I gotta get you a new one, okay?
It's not such a battle when you're being chased out of your city by bootlicking hot steppers.
So
Wouldn't
you
that
were
burn their
chased out.
tongues?
What was that, Mickey?
Wouldn't that burn their tongues?
Yes, just
You
like
may have
properly
just-
cooked French fries.
You there, Mickey, you may have just solved this problem. Once and for all. We'll get them to lick each other's boots and burn their faces off.
I mean, if they already do that, then sounds like the problem is already solved itself.
So we can go home.
I want to go home.
Spulio has a low intelligence. Got it.
I offer
So-
Rista a cold French fry.
She eats
Schools,
it, she's
you were
like,
chased out.
I was chased out, yes. How did you get out? Things were really fucking messed up in those final weeks.
Yeah. To give you guys a brief, those final weeks, the hot steppers knew we were around. They're really, really good at claiming the magical secrets that lie in literally any nook and cranny. We kind of did the same gig. So they knew who we were. And I, for a time, really did respect them as a group until they started, crossing the line. And once things ran dry for us, we kept getting these invitations. They would always have some kind of invitation to join them, either right before a new gig in a location that we were planning to go to, or even in our own locations or our own bases. How they managed to get there is beyond me. But it definitely did pull a couple of our zoo members in their direction. I thought they were trying to poach everybody, but it seems like they didn't. You were chased out. Hubba and...
Oh no, I refused their offer, and then they chased me out. They definitely tried to poach me as well.
Fucking assholes. Okay. Man, I really hate these guys. So, you declined. I have a list, and she's going to kind of like dig through her things and provide these, crinkly old notes. I don't know if you remember Enno, the big furbolg, likes to eat bugs.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember everybody. I haven't lost my memory.
Okay. Well, we just haven't seen him in a long time. It's been a while.
No, he was one of the first to leave. He ran away.
Yes, but he did make up for it a bit, and he was actually able to keep his ear to the ground and find out where mostly everybody is. Not everybody, but a few. No lead on tags, but we know that Hubba and Buckley Ann did go with the hot steppers for sure.
Yes.
Sounds to me like you had a spy in your midst in those end days.
Don't. No. Everyone has always been super loyal and honest with each other. They told me everything. Tags knew everything. There's no way.
I mean, those two seemed like they flipped pretty quick.
Mm.
They must have either been bribed in some kind of way or had no other means. I really don't want to think that they turned tail just because they thought the opportunity was better. I think it was out of desperation, not out of some kind of secrecy or dishonesty.
I have a theory, Hush.
Yeah.
My guess is that what they have gained in muscle over the years, they have lost in brain cell power, and were very easily persuaded. What I'm saying is, they're fucking idiots. You know it's true.
Buckley is just really infectiously friendly, and Hubba really, really, really wants a hug. It's complicated. Not really. It is really not. They're very simple, but you might be right. I don't think it's anything malicious, though. Better not be anything malicious. I'd be really upset if it was malicious.
I mean, not to speak ill of your friends, but it would be a little naive to just automatically discount the fact that maybe they were spies. I think going into it with an open mind might be good.
They're not spies.
Okay.
I would appreciate it if you don't speak ill of my friends like that. They were all I had.
Okay.
And she's going to point at the spiked collar that she wears. This is tags. I have that spell page. If I use this with the spell page, it'll be a little bit easier to find him. This is the last thing that I have from him.
And you want to find this tags and get the gang back together? Is that what I'm gathering?
That's the goal. I was the ringleader, but he was the glue. We need him back.
Okay. I mean, well, you completed that spell page. So where is he?
I don't know. That's why I need to find out with this. These two.
Oh, okay. I thought you would have already cast it by now.
No, I wanted to talk to Spulio about it just because, he was the first person that I found besides, Eno from the gang, and I wanted him to be a part of this too. The zoo has always been really familial. We didn't really have parents or siblings or families of our own. We kind of just made one with each other.
Hush. I don't know how to say this, but as a cleric, I am responsible for the health and emotionality of my followers. I do practice. I do know something about what I'm doing as he's looking around at the rest of you.
Well, right,
So
but
I have to warn you. What if you use that spell and what you find isn't good?
it's better than nothing. I've been combing through this entire continent looking for somebody. And you know me, I really, really don't like being surprised. I don't like not knowing things, really. I have to know. I have to know where he is.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Doesn't Ryan have a compass that can find people? Why didn't you just ask Ryan to use his compass?
It's a little vague, and I'm a very do things by your own paws kind of person. He did help me with the spell page, though. That was extremely helpful. Even when I got these materials together, the page itself was not complete. It was given by an old professor.
Wait. Hold on. What did you say about a compass?
I have a compass.
It's a magic compass if he thinks
What?
about a certain person. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it helps you show which direction people are in, but that's about all. Doesn't tell you where they are.
You? Oh, and I'm gonna wait for Kira to come back so that I can yell at her as Spulio.
I like how we're having this discussion as Mickey is like covered in blood and bruises at like 8 fucking hit points, like verge of death. Mickey's just like, I have a question. You're like,
I got a fucking
fingers are
question.
flying.
Listen
I
to me.
checked. I'm at 24 hit points. I'm at like
Yeah, she's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, I thought you were like fucking death's door.
So the French fry that you gave
Yeah,
Rista,
yeah.
she's been slowly heating back up with a prestidigitation spell as you hear her whispering it, and she goes, Mickey, do you want me to heat those up for you?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
Make
Oh,
or break the
Not worth
relationship.
it. Not worth
no,
it.
Mickey,
You back?
Mickey, watch out! I'm gonna steal your girl. She only eats hot French fries.
Can't steal your girl. Kira, you're back. He had a compass that could find the direction of people, and you never asked to find tags or anyone else.
I had the
Fair.
spell page. It's just
Is it
you
a
know how
yes or no?
I didn't ask. No, I didn't. Why? What were you doing this entire time when you were over here doing your own thing?
It. That is so prideful and
Can we
irresponsible of you.
hold on, just both of you? I only got this compass recently. Okay, we were coming here afterwards anyway. I don't see why this is a point to be argued over.
I mean, you've had it for like a month.
Make a persuasion check. Not against Hush, but against Spulio.
He likes you.
17.
Damn.
What a calm and gentle tone. I feel much better.
Good. Also, that spell page, far, far superior to finding where someone is than this compass. This compass
It
only
just gives
tells
a
you the
general
direction.
direction. Exactly. I know what I'm doing, Spools.
It's a
But
compass.
if you like,
it's not. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't suddenly pop up with a map saying here's where they are. It just tells you the direction to go.
Oh, that seems crazy. It's like there could be mountains or rivers or oceans in the way. Like it just points in a direction.
It's how a compass works.
I mean,
so I've been told.
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it only work if he's on this plane?
Yes.
So, like, he could be on another plane.
He better not be. I'll be really upset.
You could just, like, hold the compass
and
try it, and if it spins, then he's on another plane.
He could be dead.
You think
Or
about
he could be dead.
Okay, I'm going to hurt you.
Also, I don't know how it reacts with shapeshifters.
He could be with the hot steppers. Maybe that's why they swooped in.
She's just staring at you, and she's visibly upset by that comment.
I'm going to walk between the two of them and be like, here, try the compass.
Do you take the compass?
I take the compass.
Do you think about tags?
I think about tags.
The compass points in a direction eastward of where you are.
Map. Okay,
I hold out the map.
All things east.
Pretty sure east is Narrow Shadow.
East is Narrow Shadow. That still could be anywhere.
It's a big continent.
It's huge here. We're in the Cold Quest, and that's huge.
Can I have the compass back, please? Sorry.
Thank you, Ryan.
It's all good.
Can I see the compass?
Sure.
I think about Magda.
Hold on.
No.
Gotta find out how many days it's been. Where is she in her journey? The compass just starts spinning.
Yeah, exactly. Just the fact that RJ didn't give me an immediate answer
and
concerns
then points down.
Please don't.
The 9 hells.
It points north-northwest.
I give it back.
I mean, it seems like we're all passing this around. Spulio, do you want someone to look for?
Ryan, can I try the compass?
Sure.
Let me borrow your Game Boy, dude. I'll give it back.
Yeah.
You got any games on your compass?
You know what? I'm just going to have a sit down and have a think about stuff. Everyone, if you need to use it, please just make sure that it's not damaged. Okay, thank you.
When I
it belongs to a dragon's forehead.
I whisper something to Rista.
I'm going to get recursive. When I hold the compass, I'm going to think about the compass. See what it does.
It just does nothing.
Okay, that was anticlimactic. I'll hand it back.
Can I see it one more time?
Sure.
Right? No?
I think of Churai.
Ooh.
You think of Churai, and it points east-southeast. And after about 2 seconds of looking at it, it just starts spinning wildly.
Did I break it? Don't tell
Nope.
Ryan.
Nope. Watch. I'll take the compass. And I'll think of Andrea.
Just spins and spins and spins and spins.
See, it does that when someone's on another plane.
She can do that. I gotta learn how to do that.
Guys, I gotta run for a quick sec.
Okay.
It's okay, got my breakfast. So, wow, okay. So now I know that she can blink through dimensions. What a bitch. I guarantee she stole my notes on how to do that too. She's been in this business much longer than I have, but now that I feel really, really bitter and vindictive, it's all just stuff that she took from me. I'll be honest there. I can kick her ass. One of these days I will. Not today.
We'll be
Sunday.
there to help.
Really mad about it. I looked up to her for so long, and then she just does this. She didn't know me. She just knew what we did.
So you guys weren't always rival gangs?
We weren't rival gangs. It was like we were just never on each other's radars. It's more so, here you are, one of the biggest gangs in Narrow Shadow, considered to be one of the most formidable ones around. And then you just have these couple of fucking animals running around doing shit before you can. We got ourselves on the map a bit. We got their attention. They knew who we were. But we weren't against each other.
I mean, you thought you weren't against each other.
Yeah, I thought so. Guess not. So yeah, that's just been my gripe. And in between all of that, I still have to find my brother too. I haven't seen him in many years. Not since before I went to school.
Do you want to see where he is?
Yeah. She looks kind of irritated. Well, that's for RJ to figure out. Yeah. My brother and I were really close. My parents died really young, or when I was really young. And so he was my mom and dad for the most part. And it was through him that I was really affiliated with the streets, doing odd jobs for different gangs. And because our parents were killed in a gang war conflict, just, in the crossfire, nothing particularly crazy or targeted, they let us help here and there, get some money, do odd jobs, get by. So running around all over Narrow Shadow and Windermere and doing all these crazy things, it was fun. I really felt like I had the entire city in my paws. That was the most powerful I've ever felt. Then I had an accident.
What happened?
I did that whole thing where, oh yeah, I'm big and strong. I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't need you to tell me how to be careful or how to do certain things in a certain way. I did the impulsive thing where I just charge in without thinking and then accidentally trip over a trap. And I get hit with these electric needles that, and thankfully I was able to get out of the way of most of them. But I got a lot of them in my head and in my face, and I can't lift this ear anymore. Some bad nerve damage. Mm-hmm. And that scared my brother to death. He quit the gang shit and thought, it was fun, but you deserve better, and I need to be better. So he had taken all the money that we were supposed to use to go to do some fairground stuff, actually visit an amusement park for the very first time, play some games, because we can finally afford it. And it was on Sun's Change. We were supposed to meet up, go to the highest tower in Windermere, and eat that during Sun's Change. And then he told me, we can't do this. I saved up all of our money, and you're going to school.
So sorry, guys.
And
No
I
worries.
haven't seen him since. He left me under the care of Professor Husel and never turned back.
Are you guys still having story conversations?
Yeah.
Hush was telling us about her brother.
Yeah. I also have the compass, and I use it to look for him too.
The compass points northeast.
East sounded right. Northeast. Can I roll a history check to see if I knew where he was headed?
Sure.
Or she remembers?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's kind of high. 17.
17.
Mhm.
You know that he was headed to be inducted into a monastery with some monks to the north of where you lived.
That tracks. Okay. Yeah, he said he wanted to turn a new leaf, maybe be a better man, give better back to me because I deserve better. And as angry as I am still, I do miss him a lot.
Sounds like he was just trying his best.
He was. I was just too stubborn to see it back then. I was maybe 8 years old.
I mean, that's not surprising then.
It's
Okay, so
not.
it sounds like we've got a lot of people to find on Arrow Shadow then.
A lot of friends. Buckley Ann and Hubba are two that I know are at least with the Hot Steppers. No word on tags. Let me get that list. It's your
Nikki,
summer.
as you handed the compass over to Rista, you just see her like cup it in her hands and look at it for a moment. She picks her head up and she looks afraid and she just
I'll just put my hand on her shoulder and give her a smile.
roll a persuasion check.
That's good. 23.
She looks down at the compass, and as she pours her thoughts and energy into it, it just spins. And she sees that happening and immediately hands it back to you.
What's she looking for?
Honestly, I don't know.
Insight.
She walks away for a moment.
I'll give the compass to. I'll just hold it out. Someone take it.
I'll take
I
it
rolled
back.
I rolled a 12 on insight.
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she seems shaken by that moment, but you have no idea why.
And I'll walk over to her and I'll just like put my arm around her and give her a hug.
I'll take the compass and say, sometimes less knowledge is better.
And sometimes I would agree there. But right now it drives me crazy not knowing. So, yeah, I'm an entire criminal. Shouldn't be terribly surprising.
No,
Well, you
not in
said
the slightest.
you said you like doing things with your own paws, so like, why tell us now?
Well, I've been with you guys for a couple of months now, and I have no reason to lie to you. You've all had my back in some way. I've had my back. I've had your guys' back in some way as well. We're really involved with each other. And I'm sensing a similar level of camaraderie that I experienced back home. So I've already shown you one friend, and I kind of want to show you my entire zoo family. Since I do need to go find them, and it would be really dishonest if I went through with this whole thing, led you guys around, and didn't tell you anything.
Well, I'm glad you're telling us now. I appreciate you sharing.
Ooh, I have a fun project I want to work on.
Yeah.
Ideas. Come get me when you need me. I'll be in my chambers.
Oh.
Spoolio just
Okay.
fucks off and walks away.
Oh, bye, Spools.
He's like, oh, I've been here too long.
Just come get me. I know you'll be back. It's not goodbye. Just come get me.
I was gonna do this. I was gonna go look for tags. Want to go look for tags?
Oh shit. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Ryan, can you help me lay this out one, actually? Please.
Of course.
We're gonna do it right here in the temple. Here, let's
any other better
go
ways?
to my room. Everyone that wishes to be part.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think you'll
okay.
find my decor to be exquisite. I do dabble loosely and at an amateur level in interior design.
She stand behind him going like this.
I was about to say, Quinn will hear my voice in her head that just goes, oh, he is overflowing. He is so full of himself.
You can see her like nod to herself.
All right. I guess we're following him.
Follow.
All right. Rista tugs you back, Mickey, for a moment. And she just squeezes onto you. She's kind of shaking a little bit. Like her first attempt at whatever she was trying was something she's been scared of and was ultimately unsuccessful in that moment, and she is not having a good time with it.
You want to sit out here for a little while?
I don't want to help look for anyone else. I just want to stay here.
Okay.
I want to. No, can we go outside?
Yeah.
Unless, do you need to be a part of that?
I don't think so.
Does she need to be a part of that as you're all walking away?
Not
no.
necessarily. I'll fill you in later. Please take care of each other. It's okay.
All right. So, I suppose the rest of you walk into Spoolio's room, and it is covered in these very ornate different shelving and mantelpieces, and there's this 4-post bed. And walking around, someone make a nature check for me, please. I promise there's a reason for it.
Go on then.
All right, I can do that.
Natural one.
Oh my.
22.
There we go.
I'm good at nature.
Faye, actually, this would make sense to you because you can tell the difference between sturdy, high-quality raw materials and essentially what you got at IKEA. And a lot of the decor in here is of cheap material, though it's fancy-looking. It's almost like it was bought
Style over substance.
Yeah.
Got it. Ugh. I'll kind of grimace a little bit and not sit down on anything.
You okay, Faye?
Oh yeah. It's very lovely. I will say you have good taste. This is very lovely.
Insight.
Preaching to the choir.
12 insight.
I will also insight that. Give it. Well, actually, no. I have no reason to, because I think it all looks really lovely. So I agree.
Yeah, that's a 22 for deception.
I believe you.
Yes, you do. So how do we do this? Do you just say his name?
No, there's very specific elements to all of this that we've worked out in making the page. Things we need a reasonable space. Can we clear a space? I'm mostly looking at Spulia. Like,
Oh yeah, sorry.
I want to start rearranging his room here.
Sure.
I mean, if you do it, he's not going to be upset.
it's true.
There's
So
a
I just start making a large enough space for the
I'll
ritual.
help start moving stuff off to the side.
Yeah, there's a big central space in the center of the floor, and there's this large like area rug that appears to be made of silk and fabric materials.
Oh yeah, that needs to. I'm pulling that and moving it because it's going to get ruined.
What are you?
I'm saving it. I am saving it because otherwise it would be ruined by what we're about to do.
Oh yeah, he's right.
You exposed the dusty wood floor underneath.
Whew. Do I go under the carpet?
It's the purpose. No one ever moves the carpet, so there is no under the carpet unless someone comes into your house and do something like that.
There's plenty of dust bunnies, though, and I'm a little disappointed.
Anyway, I'll start setting out the required pots of incense in the areas that's needed.
All right. You start lighting the incense and setting up the perimeter for the spell.
She's going to take off her spiked collar and lay it on the spell page. And in Thieves' Cant, she's going to whisper, "Just come back home to me." And we're going to cast Scry.
All right. What's your intelligence score?
+3.
Okay. You focus on the collar and you start to see the runic symbols on the page illuminate and kind of like light pouring through the page and giving off this like 2-inch long streams, these ions of light particles as they reach up through the collar, and you can see a space within the center of the collar itself start to open, and it draws your eyes and your gaze into that space, and as you're pulled through, it's almost like your whole body's pulled through, but it's really just your mind. And you appear and you can feel the presence of your mind that has become an orb in a different place. And at this moment, you look upon your shifter friend, Tags. Around him, there are 3 somewhat barren walls in a 12-foot by 12-foot space. And as you kind of like shift the focus of the scry, you can see that there are these heavy crossed iron bars that are creating a 4th wall for this space. And there's a small, like, thin iron slot with like a lever that pulls a door up. And you can see that with his claws, he's sitting there with just a single piece of wood, and you can tell perfectly that this is some kind of cell, some kind of imprisonment chamber. And he's just taking his claws and scraping and whittling at this wood that he has in his hand. He is sitting currently, though he does not have any armor or weapons on him. You see the banner that he once wore is not there. He is basically just in commoner's clothes, sitting in a cell, just looking down and just confidently whittling at a piece of wood. As he is, you look down and you can see that there are... Just make a quick perception check from within the scry.
Natural 19 for a total of just 19.
Okay. You can see that he is sitting on like a stone bed-like structure, just with one small blanket and one very firm-looking pillow. And under this bed-like structure, like behind in a shadowed corner, you can see that there are several other pieces of wood that have already been whittled to stake points. Tags, you would assume, is getting himself prepared for something. You hear a noise. And you hear some footsteps. And as you listen to the footsteps, they grow closer and closer to the cell, and the shifter himself takes this one whittled carving and shoves it in a spoke between the shoves it between the pillow and the bed frame in this little like carved little ridge on the inside to hide it. And he just crosses his legs and puts his hands up like this. And he looks up, and as you turn the scry to focus toward the bars, you can see a woman with one single long ponytail standing there, a very, very ornate and jeweled coat. The person is familiar to you, and to your grave disappointment, you see Chirai looking from the other side of the bars. She's just twirling something in her fingers. You also see that since last time you saw her, there's a little bit more to her in the way that she's also wearing on her head some kind of like crowned circlet, like looking pretty majestic. And hanging at her hip, there are these two dagger-like weapons that are just kind of like hanging loosely, along with her sword that sits at her back. And as she twirls this thing, you have this sudden panic of terror. As you can see, what she's twirling is a flower. And as she spins it to the left, her eyes both light up in a gaze. And you can see they connect. And you look back over at Tags, and Tags' eyes also light up in like this purplish light. And she goes, "Good afternoon. Are you ready to do my bidding for another sub-leader? I really need you to be sharp for this one." And he looks up and goes, "You got it, my queen." And you're sucked back into your own space.
No, 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 no.
What happened?
Shit! She does have him. It's Chirai. She got him.
No.
It's Ryan, Faye, Quinn, Mickey. The flowers. Which can I remember which kind of flower she was holding?
Roll a nature check. A lot of the vision of her was behind these bars, and they're not just straight up and down bars, but crossed ones as well. Like, this is a very contained space.
Okay. I rolled a 16.
16. It seemed to spin with a crystally light, and you remember seeing a similar flower that spun above Temnurse's head with a crystally light. She seems to have a tulip.
Do you guys remember which flower or which school of magic was associated with the tulip?
Enchantment.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was enchantment,
That's
right?
the one
Um,
that Tenris has.
I didn't want to hear those words.
What did you see exactly?
Would necromancy have been better?
No, it would not have. You're right. So what I saw, he was in this cell. It's really heavily confined. He was carving some kind of figure thing out of wood. But he was hiding it. So I know that there's still a lot of him still good up here. I know it. And Churai, she walked in and she was holding a tulip, and her eyes were, aglow with this really bright violet light, and she asked him to do his bidding, and then his eyes were glowing too, and he agreed with her. I think she has him under her control. And
that is terrible. There's no way we can fucking go back. It's not survivable if he's...
So who's gonna do it, Spulio? It can't be Hubba. It can't be Buckley Ann. I don't know where Giddy is. I don't know where... I would have to comb through every corner of this continent to be able to find everybody, and I don't know where everyone is just yet. So who's gonna do it besides you and me?
Maybe they can help.
Would you?
No, it's not their fight, but seem to at least know what that tulip is. Do you fucking know what this tulip is? Do you know? And he points to you, Hush.
Yes, I do know. We've been kind of doing this own separate gig where we're looking all over the world for these magical gardens that are keeping these magical flowers, and something to do with these archons of great magical ability who are basically gods who are no longer here anymore. And there's a lot of drama between those guys. The flowers are strong, okay? Those flowers represent some really strong magical properties, and the kind that she has.
Now I'm starting to get annoyed by your ponytail. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's
Not
maybe
the
it's just
time!
tension in the moment, but
It's not the
ugh,
time.
it's frustrating.
I'm gonna put it on the other
If she
side now
has
just to
one of
make you
these
upset.
flowers, we need to get out of her hands.
Yeah.
We know what these things can do.
How did she get it, is the question.
Don't know how she got it, but I have a really strong guess that she's using it to manipulate him to get other groups to submerge with her, or be uprooted in some way. She's trying
That
to...
is a very disturbing thought. What the fuck are we gonna do about that?
We kick her ass, that's what. Or find any traces that she and the Hopsteppers have left behind, and they do. They're around. They leave their shit everywhere. I'm going to find their things. We're going to be able to find... Tags does this. Well, we're going to find leads. We're going to create a network and see what we can break before they notice.
Based on the description that Hush gave us, can I make a check on her? Like, if she described the whole room and like what he's carving and anything, can I make a check just to see if I can put the pieces together? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would that be religion or nature or arcana?
I would call it just general intelligence or wisdom.
Okay,
To have your Charlie Day moment.
Even if we're doing wisdom, that's an 8, baby. Nope.
Oh, bad. Okay.
No.
No Charlie Day moment for me. Although I will say, like, wait, you said he called her my queen?
He did. And she
Yeah.
was wearing some kind of crown.
Aren't we looking... didn't we piss off a queen?
We did. The Iris Queen.
Iris Queen, yeah.
Yeah, but you
Who
know where
said
the
to
Iris
be-
Queen is.
That's
Okay.
what us off.
I got so scared. Oh my god.
It doesn't sync up.
Okay. I was like, oh boy.
I would literally fight her today, but...
Was she
Oh my
always
gosh.
like that? Like, had people call her a queen and
I...
had this...
Let me roll history, but I don't think so. 5.
She's always had 5. Yeah, she's always had an air about her. Like from what you can remember, you don't really remember people calling her queen. You mostly remember her being like the resolute, unchallenged leader of this other gang that was also kind of like springing forth, but a little more well established than yours.
She wasn't the kind to really give herself those kinds of titles. No one really called her that. She was, a force to be reckoned with. There was no need to. You heard her name, you saw her coming in, you heard her boots. It was going to go down. So there's Queen calling her that is redundant. So it's weird that he's referring herself to that now.
I guess her I guess the way you put it pretty much sums it up. Her name was to be associated with fear and violence rather than revelry in the way that it just was.
It's a little gaudy for her. A little bit.
When you thought of her, when you held the compass, it gave a direction and then started to spin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What if you checked it right now? If she's
Right.
still where you just saw her.
I'll hand the compass back.
I think of Chirai.
It points in a direction.
Oh. So she's here, which means Tax is here too.
Which means she very quickly, when you checked on her before, jumped to a different plane or something. Normally when we check on people and they're somewhere else, it just spins right away. But it gave you a direction and then began to spin.
Almost like she
And
was
now she's
here
back
and then she
in a
wasn't.
direction. Yeah.
That
And now
sounds
she's
right.
back.
Yeah, the Hot Steppers are very well known for teleportation magic. They're really, really good at that. So if she was in one plane, gone, and then back another plane the next, that checks out.
It was a very quick trip, if that's the case.
They're especially good at this. They're known for it, and they've been in this business a very long time.
It's kind of their whole bag is just jumping around like the annoying fools that they are.
Cowards. I can do that, but faster.
Can you?
No, but
you
I want to.
You haven't seen her zoom. Not like we've seen her zoom.
Oh,
I'm like this close. I really am this close.
Like you're gonna run
Teleport
so
right here.
fast, it'll be like you create a portal with your mere speed.
That'd be really cool.
I think
Just to be able to say that I could do it, just to rub it in her.
No, not
face.
to say that's prideful. You want to do it so you can use it to be useful, not prideful.
I already am useful. I also want to be proud and show her that I'm not something to be messed with. Yeah, it's pride.
Seems like right now she's not something to be messed with.
We'll see about that.
So with all this, so what exactly are you asking?
If you could help me find him,
Well,
wherever he may be.
We've been given extra reason to by now. If there's more flowers in the wild, then
It's an along the way thing. Like, we do have a lot of other things to do. Ryan, we still have to find your parents. Faye, you have this whole other lover person that you're looking for. Quinn, you have a lot of friends who need a lot of help. And I guess it tampers with the fate of the world or whatever with the reset. And then Miki, you have an entire civilization to save. We have lots of things to do. Tags is one of the most important things to me, but you guys have important things to do too. And I'm learning to share. That's how we call it, right, Spools? We call it sharing.
the personal growth is clearly impressive.
That is very good.
I'm very tired.
How often can you use that page you made?
Well, I did spill a couple of droplets of ink in places where I shouldn't have, and I might have crinkled it a little bit. So I think I might have maybe 2 more uses of this left.
Yeah, it's not a.
Gone for good.
Yeah, we couldn't make it permanent.
Oh.
We tried, but it's a bit beyond my wheelhouse. And Hush is very, very good, but we couldn't quite get it to work full time.
Correction, I'm the best. This is just not possible.
Well, we've got a good place to start. And I mean, there are a couple of gardens in Narrow Shadow, so we're going to have to go there anyway. So,
Based on the map that we found.
When you checked the compass again for a try, what direction did it?
The same direction that it showed for tags.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just stuck there, and she got there somehow pretty quickly. For the moment, we return to the outdoors as Mickey has been walked outside by Rista, and she just sits there, and it looks like she's like holding her breath as if she were to even squeeze a breath out of her chest, she would just erupt into tears, and she's trying to swallow all of that and make it go away.
Are we sitting on the ground?
Yeah.
I'll just I'll put my arm around her shoulders. You know you have to breathe eventually. You can't hold your breath forever. I've tried.
And she just shoves her head into your shoulders, lets out an exhale, and then you can feel it coming.
I'll just hold her close. It doesn't mean anything. It
What
means
what if she just doesn't exist?
I mean, she has to exist because you kind of need a mom in order to exist yourself. So
She just looks up at you with this like pouty, spurnful look, and she just goes, "I know that," and then puts her head back down.
it just means that we have to keep looking if you want to.
She takes a few minutes before answering you as you just like patiently wait there with her, and eventually her breath shortened and she settles down a bit and she takes a deep breath. Well, I've lived without for this long, and I think maybe we can make looking for her a later priority. I don't. I want to be helpful to our friends, and I don't want to be a burden with this emotionality, which is strange.
Why do you think you'd be a burden?
Because I've always wanted the answer to that question, and it doesn't seem to matter in the midst of everything else that's so important right now. I think it's.
Does it matter to you?
Yes, but I have a lifetime to look.
Matters to me too.
She smiles tearfully and puts her forehead against yours.
I think that it's okay to want something for yourself. I think that's natural. You can't give up anything just for anything that you want just for the sake of a bigger picture. That's not fair.
She draws some sort of unrealized wisdom from somewhere deep within her, and it probably came from what you just said. She said, if I do find her, how proud do you think she would be if I was part of the bigger picture, part of the world's story, like the way we read it in books?
I mean, probably pretty proud, but knowing what I know about, like, Magda, I think she'd be proud of you no matter what. Because you're really impressive.
No, I'm not. You're really impressive.
No, I'm not.
She
Shut up.
pushes you.
I mean, we're both really impressive, okay? Just for different reasons.
Yeah, we're pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah,
aren't
we're
we?
awesome.
She smiles and just looks up confidently at the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Another day, but we will find her. If she exists. And
Pretty sure she does.
how do you know that?
I don't know. Gut feeling.
Don't tell me anatomy lessons anymore. I understand that part.
Well, you see, when a man and a woman love each other very much,
Or a woman and a woman.
or a woman and a woman, yes, but I don't think the anatomy is quite the same. You're smart. You would probably know that.
I'll do some research.
Okay. I mean, maybe, I don't know, I can ask Kier for help. She seems like she's really helpful and nice.
Yeah, she's like a goddess of compassion or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, whenever
Okay.
we go visit the temple, I'll just ask for some guidance. I think I can do that.
Okay. I'll come with you.
Okay.
Unless you need to go alone.
I don't think so. I think you can come. I don't see why not.
Yes.
You feeling better?
Yeah. Do you hear that?
What?
Sounds like a lot of yelling and shouting and arguing from inside where we came from.
What else is new? That's kind of their thing.
No, it's nice and quiet out here.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun to watch, though.
You want to go watch?
Yeah, let's go watch. Do we have any
You want to
snacks left?
You want to tease that really highly vain guy with the legs?
I'll take a back seat to that because he kind of seems to like me, and I feel like that could be useful.
Okay. Well, you have comforted me, but I am still very sad, so I may be bratty towards him because it would be fun.
Okay, that's okay. You're allowed to feel whatever you want to feel.
She takes you in for a hug and gives you a big kiss on the nose.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
A moment later, Mickey and Rista return, and you hear the soft close of the door behind you.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
What's going on? You guys are yelling. We could hear it from outside.
We know where he is. Well, we know what's going on. This is a little messier than I expected. So sorry.
I mean, everything's kind of messy. It seems nothing really seems to be super like cut and paste.
Well, we used the scrying page. I was able to see tags.
Mhm.
He's imprisoned.
Bad.
Right. Bad. And then Churai showed up and she has a tulip.
Oh, that's really bad.
Exactly. So
Is this furniture made from driftwood? Sorry, go on.
I'm literally just
Oh,
gonna like
that's what it is.
slowly look over at Rista with just like
Oh.
"why" written on my face.
Now it all makes sense.
Sorry, carry on. Spulio is just staring daggers at her.
Driftwood. So yeah, she has a tulip and she's absolutely using it on tags. And my guess is that she's using it to manipulate him, to manipulate other groups to either join her or stand down.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah. And he's definitely back home in Narrow Shadow.
Well, that's good. At least we know where they are.
Yeah, but I'm worried. I'm just really worried, and I'm also really angry, and it's just a whirlwind of emotions.
Well, I think you're allowed to feel whatever you want to feel.
Well, thank you, because now I really want to kick her ass, and I can't really just poof like she can and just storm her headquarters and do whatever I want, break out tags, get the gang back together.
No, you'll probably die.
Not if I kill her first.
Right, but if she's got a tulip and she can do mind control, that sounds like it will not work out in your favor. Just saying.
You're right. But I'm not happy about it. At all. It's like things like this.
Yep.
When I'm up here,
Mm-hmm.
frustrated like this.
Yeah.
Would really love to have tags with me to calm me down. And straighten my brain out a little bit before I do something stupid.
I'm pretty good at straightening out brains.
Yeah, and you just did that just now, so I appreciate you for that.
Got you.
I just don't know where to start.
Beginning seems like a good place.
Yeah. Well, think about it this way. We know that she's not gonna kill him if she's using him, right? So
I don't think so.
that's a good
She
first
better
step.
not. So at least that can kind of wait. It's so far out of our touch anyway. I'm trying to figure out what we can do here. We came to the coal quest. I met up with Spulio. That was my goal for this place.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any trace of Hot Stepper anywhere around here, we need to find it. And hopefully use it as a lead of some kind. See what they're up to.
Why were they in Persoff? Like, why were they following us? Following you?
I don't know. I don't know if they were following us.
I think they were there before.
Well, I mean, if she has a tulip, and we were right outside the veins of a Karn, do you think
Those weren't
she's
tulips.
Well, I mean, if you said she has a tulip, if they were outside the veins of a Karn, are they collecting flowers? Is she working with Tendris? Is that why they were there?
That's a strong chance. She's really power hungry. She likes monopolizing any resources that she can find, be it people or artifacts. So if she's out here trying to collect garden pieces or flowers, that tracks. And if she has friends to help her, she's gonna do it. If Tendris is in her ear, we're in big trouble.
Now I'm really concerned with the garden we left just in the middle of the desert, because if she Is she gonna get a flower from that garden too? We kind of just left that unprotected. The illusion one. The press is
Unfortunately, we
all.
don't really have the means to protect it.
So she might have an enchantment and an illusion flower. Huh.
But we can't take them all. That's the only problem.
Yeah. Do they know that they can't take them all? Because if she likes to hoard resources.
In the event that Tenris is in her ear. And that's the thing. Does Tenris want all the flowers? Does he want to break all the gardens?
Well, he was already there. He already got one of those flowers.
He only took one. He could have taken all of them.
Exactly. He could have destroyed that whole place. Didn't.
So I think sticking to leaving one flower behind is good enough.
I think we should also consider if we come across these gardens, leaving one behind, but also taking extras for us in case we ever need to return to them and replace a flower.
It's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know what happens when you plant a seed from the flower either.
Mm-hmm. Right, I've been gathering them just in case, but I don't really know what we'll do with them if we need to. It just seems wise to have a backup just in case.
Right. So, if we can come up with a way. And she curls her face in a grin. If we were to come up with a way to hide that remaining flower through some kind of illusion, we can protect it better, even if we're not here.
I suppose so.
Either hide it or have a way for us to know if it's being plucked or interfered with. Some kind of failsafe where we're informed on a situation, even if we're not there to immediately stop or prevent it.
And
Are you talking specifically the illusion flower or just in general, any of these gardens?
We could make something. And I have the daisy. I can probably make something to hide these flowers whenever we find them. Hide them a little more.
I think we want both illusion and abjuration for that.
Okay.
The
So we have one
abjuration's
piece of
needed to
that.
protect them.
Okay. Good idea. You are learning. I'm impressed.
Abjuration's my thing.
Okay, so
It's
what we
fine.
know is that this lady has a tulip, may or may not be collecting other flowers, may or may not be working with or under Tenris, and we know she has your friend and the location vaguely of where he is. That's a lot of not a lot to go on.
But we do know we do know what it will be if we find it. If we stumble across it, we'll know.
I mean, like I said, we're going to be going to Narrow Shadow anyway, so I'm in favor of helping when we get there.
When we get there. And there's still lots of things for us to do here.
Everybody else okay with that?
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
Actually, Spools, I got a question for you.
Did you buy this from a flea market? Spoolio.
Everything was thrifted.
Excuse me, these are the most exquisite crafting pieces that I could find for my collection.
You can find it in a dump.
You should have a conversation with my father. He can find you some very fine pieces if you need.
Does he work at a landfill?
My father?
No, not Tenovan.
Oh, my apologies. I thought it was Spools talking.
Am I mixing voices? It's very likely that I am.
No, it's me being dumb, don't worry.
It's just hard when two NPCs are talking to each other.
I know. I gotta avoid that.
I cast calm emotions.
It's like my general state of being all the time is just two NPCs talking to each other in my head.
I feel that.
And then I'm just sitting there listening like, Who are these people? So
Okay. So, spools. Faye, can I see that map real quick? Okay, so we know where a lot of these places are. However, down here toward the southwest, there's a lot of unknown stuff here. Do you know where what this might be? This unknown construct and whatever's here, further westward.
That map, I don't think we have.
We
That map.
don't have that one.
I thought you.
No.
Yeah, I thought you.
The
I thought
only
you meant the. Yeah.
information you have about this is that Cogsterin just shared this with you. That this
Yeah.
is what
Okay.
was here.
I thought you meant the map that had the gardens on it. I was like, oh hell yeah, I got that one.
No, is there one here though? I don't think there's one here. Is there one here?
In the Colquest, no.
Okay. All right. I was just looking at how Judy our Roll20 for a map. Oop. Yeah.
Well, I can pull up a different map. Is there one different one you need?
Oh no, that was the one that I was referring to. I wanted that map specifically. We don't have that map in game.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I recant.
All right. I think we're going to use this chance to take a short little 5-minute break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then you can guys go on your island scouring adventure, whatever you were planning on doing. So, thank you. Goodbye for now.
Hello, we're back.
Hello.
Hi, back. I'm Dad.
Shut up!
Yes.
Welcome back to How D&D. We're going to jump right back into it. This party has a plan with very little detail.
Yeah.
Just a
As per
loose
usual.
goal, and that's about it. I'm RJ, so the floor is yours. All of you, not RJ's out there.
If we're going, I would like to ask Faye if she can message Cogsterin and find out where he is.
Hey, Cogsterin, nice to talk to you. Ryan wants to know where you are. I think he has questions.
Ryan Bob.
Ryan Bob.
Oh, I'm just sitting at the edge of a cliff, looking out along the water,
Is he okay?
being a dragon.
You okay, buddy?
Yes.
Insight check. Faye, insight check that.
I think he found out all his dragon friends are dead.
Do you want me to send Ryan to talk to you?
I don't care.
All right, where exactly are you?
I'm at the northwest portion of the mountain, just beyond the northwest portion of the island, just beyond the mountain thingies.
Oh boy. Okay, Ryan's on his way.
Whatever.
Uh, I think Cogsterin has depression.
Oh, and I'm the person to sort this out.
You
I
always
mean-
find yourself saddled with these responsibilities, too, huh?
I mean, of anyone in this group, you're the most experienced with fucking dragons.
Yes, but you know what I'm like with, people and talking, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Should
fucking
I go alone on this?
talk
I
about
mean-
red meat and sleeping on gold. I don't know what the fuck the dragons talk about.
Here's my advice if you want to make someone feel better. You don't necessarily have to do a lot of talking. You have to do a lot of listening. And you're very good at that.
That's true. I do need to find out about Brash, so I'll go find him and see what he has to say.
Now, we've got this eye thing for 24 hours.
Yep.
Split into three groups. Check things out. Go investigate. Should we all move as one?
Oh, I was going to go to sleep. It's kind of late.
We could discuss it in the morning. I'll go see Cogstone now. We can discuss it in the morning.
I
It's
mean,
late.
apparently shit happens when we go off by ourselves. So, like, should someone go with you?
I mean, I just asked that, and you seem to suggest that I should do it myself. So, does anyone want to come with me? See a big, grumpy, depressed dragon?
I would, but I was really, really interested in going to the south.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff over there.
How long was the trip take?
I don't know. Where is he? North of the island, you say?
North part of the island.
Getting
On a
anywhere on this island is not very much time, especially on your wyverns.
Shouldn't take too long.
Mickey, we should go with him.
Okay.
Or you should go with him. You're his best friend, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I don't really care.
So you're able to understand when they're talking to each other in Draconic, correct?
Mhm. Yeah, I learned it in school.
You can
Do you
learn
need-
Draconic in school?
Yeah.
She took some weird classes, okay? Like,
They're called
when you were-
electives.
when you're a glowy, small thing, they give you special treatment.
Had to learn it through my own personal research. That's unfair.
To
Oh,
be fair, I'm fairly sure Tedovan had a huge library of books.
Yes.
So it's a bit easier.
And
If
the
you speak,
tutor.
if you speak Draconic, do you want to go with them? We'll do 3 groups, or 2 groups of 3.
As that could work.
I don't mind. It's just, I should probably go see him and see if there's anything he knows.
One task at night and then sleep and then more
Figure out in the morning.
morning.
Spoolie, you better be on your best behavior.
I always am. First, I've got to
Insight check.
clean up what you've done to my apartment.
I didn't do anything to it. It was already dusted when he came in here.
It's very true.
Is that
Insight
a
check?
live, laugh, love sign
19
that's up
on the
there?
insight check.
18, you said?
19.
Yeah, he doesn't care what you said about being on his best behavior.
I sigh and roll my eyes and start prestidigitating some dust out of the way just to clean
No,
it up.
don't help him.
It is a live. It
This
is a live.
journey
Laugh,
he
love.
has to take by himself. To clean one's room is to clean one's soul.
Where did you learn that? I went to Clarence School. Well, no, I didn't. It is a live, laugh, love sign on the wall. Do you like it? It's quite beautiful.
Oh no! Oh, if there is a live, laugh, love sign on that wall, I am immediately going to roll with Eldritch Blast. I will.
It says live, laugh, spool.
What's Spoolio's AC? We're doing this now. All right, so
If you want to, I think it's 16.
no, I will not attack Hush's friend. All right, so the 3 of you are going to go up there. Hush, you said you wanted to go south.
Yes.
What? Why? What's south?
Oh no, that's where I want to go.
You guys know that south of here there is a strange, large construct and 8 tall spires that hang on the lower side of the mountains here.
Kind of curious
Well-
about those spires.
Yep.
Well,
You know the magic number 8.
do you want to go south with Hush, Quinn? We'll check those out.
Sure.
I'll hold my pearl at the Rista and be like, this is just in case. If anything weird happens, I can talk to you like I can talk with Cogs Terran.
She leans forward and just pretends to take a bite out of it.
You just gotta say you just gotta say your name, and
Like
and
this?
does it work?
My name is Rista Falco.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I got her number. How do you like them apples? All right, so are we doing this?
Nice Goodwill Hunting joke.
Thank you. No one laughed. It was quite awkward.
Never seen it.
Same.
Same.
Is that the
Moving
movie
on.
with Johnny Depp?
Okay, so are we doing this?
How many more ways can we trigger Faye? Let's
Yeah.
try.
And Leonardo DiCaprio?
Guest starring Betty White.
Excellent. Okay.
There it is.
Oh, your little ponytail, so cute, hon.
So are
Okay.
we gonna go collect our wyverns?
She didn't even have headphones on when he said that.
Yeah, it's
No,
perfect.
no, you missed a S tier compliment from me, and you missed it.
No, I know my ponytail is very cute. Thank you very much.
She didn't have to tell her.
I
She already
will,
knew.
yes, go to the wyvern. My wyverns.
All right. You all traverse over and unstable your wyverns. The dwarf woman that holds the stables leads them all out to you, and she's like, I don't remember which one is which for you, but these all belong to your group. It's funny.
I thought
Stooky!
we flew them over to the temple. Shouldn't they just be
Yeah.
like chilling outside the
Oh, did
temple?
they?
In
Oh,
the
that's right.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
flew there. All All right,
Yeah.
so
Remember we flew there.
you guys flew to the temple.
We
You do
walked
not
all the way back and then remember that we left them at the temple.
Fuck!
Where did I park?
Dude, where's my car?
Where's your car, dude?
Oh man.
Yeah, you just get on your wyverns then, and 3 of you fly far to the south, and 3 of you fly to the northwest.
Quick
I should.
question.
What?
Would that have counted as a short rest?
Yes,
Fuck yeah! Short rest.
I think is Rista damaged as well. Yeah, she is.
Oh, if it counts as a short rest, I'm taking that anyway because I think I get some stuff back.
I'm so dumb. I'm not rolling d6.
I do. Very nice.
7 plus 5.
I'm
Plus
almost back at full.
8.
Oh yeah. Short rest.
Much better.
20.
Yep.
Not really
Spells are
sick,
back.
but at least I healed.
I got so
Spell-
excited. I'm like, what do you mean you get spell sack? But I forgot you're a warlock.
Yep.
Arcane recovery. Spell slots combined level of 4. Okay. We're just going to get a 4th level spell slot back. All right. Arcane recovery. There we go. All right. You all hop on your wyverns. Which direction do we want to go? Let's do the dragon first. So, I mean, you guys will get there first anyway. Could everyone make the Riley group? Could we all make animal handling checks, please?
Oof.
The Riley Renegades.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Blundering
13.
Becky.
14.
All right, and Rista has 19. That's all good enough. You guys fly over and through 2 mountain peaks. It's this beautiful view as the wyverns are flying. You first go north and then west, and as you do, you pass over a bridge, and you can see like there's this road that leads back towards Forvern. You see like a single beam of light coming through the clouds and illuminating this large cathedral that's way off to your west. But you guys are headed north. So heading to the north, you start to pass over these huge structures, these like broken up pieces of what was once a sprawling tower like system of towers. The carvings in them have the appearance of scales and claws and dragon feet. You continue forth through that place, and you can see the shimmer of gold coming off of a creature way out on the cliffside. That is like kind of laid like with its paws down like this and its head resting its wings at a relaxed position and just looking out over the cliff. Before you get to that point, you see that there's a large circular opening between some ruined walls.
I'll fly down towards Cogstone.
Rista shouts over to you. I think that is Cog's Tavern.
Yeah, probably is.
I can't hear you.
I'll just shake my head as I'm flying down.
Right. Just picks his head up and looks over. And looks back. Good day, heroes of the Dragon Cogstarin. Welcome back.
You okay there, bud?
Such a broad and existential question. Are any of us really ever okay?
I'm gonna assume that's a no.
Yeah, what's got you? What's got you down? Usually so loud and full of life.
I don't know where anybody is. We're all supposed to be meeting here when we can. But this home seems ruined. And I haven't seen any of my dragon brothers and sisters. I miss my family.
You and me both. Have you tried searching around the island for them? Or have you just been here?
I flew around some parts and took a gander, but the presence of a dragon is easy to notice, especially in a place like this. I'm afraid that we've been forgotten.
I'm not sure. That's a temple you sent me to. Was a mausoleum.
Looks up and then just plants his chin on the ground and looks up at you, though it's kind of already still at your head height, and just with big eyes just looks and goes, I see.
But
So
something
are
weird
you?
happened in there. I was investigating, just looking around, and I was in the, I guess, burial area. And an old blind man appeared in monk robes. He told me that her spirit still lives just in a mirror plane. So I don't know what to take of that, but she could still be saved, I guess. Returned to her body.
I feel I have been gone longer than I originally thought. I don't know what this mirror plane is.
Neither
An
do
old
I.
blind, however, an old blind man has visited me and us before too, spoken to us on many meetings of importance, and spoke with a calm that was not easy to replicate in my heart.
Did he just disappear after speaking to you? Because he did that to me, and
Yeah, he just disappeared. It was so fucking weird.
it was really disconcerting. It's like I turned around and he'd gone.
Yeah,
But
it's like, where did you go? And
yeah,
also, like, thanks.
it's like, yeah, give me
Right?
cryptic information and then just leave. It's like, yeah, great,
Yeah,
really
that's
helpful.
what he used to do to us too.
Do you know
Ryan,
who
I
he
relate to
was?
you on so many levels. He said
Except
he
for the
was.
fact that I'm not a big dragon, but sure.
I mean, not yet.
Anyway, do you know who he was? Is?
He always said that he felt like we were his children, and he was here to help.
I mean, he could have given a name. That would have been helpful.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, like, Dragons, right? Ah, we could have just asked.
You never asked for his name?
No, we were just caught up in his speeches and his words of confidence and lawfulness.
Fair enough. He did have a presence about him. So I guess, should I come across something like the spirit of Luvatar, I will do my best to return it. He tasked me with that, so it's another one added to the list.
How do you suppose you're going to transport a spirit? I just want to be realistic here.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Exactly.
Damn.
I mean, Ryan,
Yeah?
give him the compass. Just put it on his paw.
Okay, well, I showed you this before.
It's my
The
brother's
compass.
forehead scale.
Your brother?
Yeah.
You never mentioned that before. You were just going off about how he was so obnoxious and arrogant and...
He is obnoxious and arrogant. Did you meet him?
I mean, he literally turned himself to stone for a task for me. I wouldn't call that one arrogant.
Forgot about that part.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's very sad.
Well, his life force is here, so he's not gone. I'll return this when it's used.
You can
It's
still
used.
feel close to him.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Okay. You're a really nice lady.
I try.
Rista goes, yes, she is, and puts her arm around you, and Cog's turn and goes, oh my god, that thing talks too!
What do you mean thing?
It's just, well, you're all kind of little things. I know you're people, I understand. But
That's not very nice.
she hasn't said a word the entire time. Oh my god.
It's fine. Okay, just have a look at the compass. Might tell you something you need to know.
So what am I supposed to do with it?
Is there anyone you're looking for?
I will look for Serenol. And he thinks, and then the compass just spins and spins and spins. Levuter! And it just spins and spins and spins and spins and spins. And he goes, Rylandor. And it stops pointing toward the direction of Rylay.
We found the spinning means they're on another plane. So they're still around.
But we don't know.
Do you have any idea if they had tasks to do? Would involve going elsewhere?
Jeez. Okay. Thing went all the way out of the dice tray. We all had a task to do. Together we had a task.
Which was?
I don't remember.
Was it something to do with the divine question?
Yes. Are we hungry enough?
Worthy?
Yes. Are we worthy? Yeah. We were supposed to prove that we were. Some of us were.
Well, I think the others have been helping with the other groups. You might be one with helping with our group.
Okay. All right. A purpose renewed and restored. I am the Dragon Cogs Terran. You, heroes of the Dragon Cogs Terran. And I am the hero of the heroes of the Dragon Cogs Terran.
See, now this is starting to sound more like the Cogstone I remember.
Yes. Fate is not lost. Fate is but ours to take. And we will be worthy. So, what can I do to help?
So, remember I asked you for information about Brush?
Yes.
First point of call. Also, we might be coming back to you because other friends of ours have other things, but there is information we need, and you are old and wise. You might have more knowledge than us on certain things.
So, I am old and very wise. Having trouble remembering a lot of stuff.
I mean, I sometimes forget what I have for breakfast, and, it's perfectly normal.
No, not like that. I know what I had for breakfast, okay?
Oh, well, I don't, so...
I don't even think you
Well,
ate breakfast.
You
That's
didn't
a
eat
good point.
breakfast.
I might not have eaten breakfast.
What kind of champion can you be if you don't have a balanced breakfast?
That's a very good question. I never really thought of it like that.
You've got to work on that, Brian Bob.
Oh, please.
Yeah, work on it.
Yes, you should eat a healthy and balanced breakfast.
I eat...
I can get you some recipe books.
My diet is not up for question. Okay, look, we're losing sight of the important parts, okay, of this conversation, which is that...
He said important. He looks over at Mickey and he goes, he said important. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. You gotta have your
Oh.
coffee, and you gotta have your pastry, and
this guy's
maybe
got-
some bacon.
This guy's got his priorities all mixed up.
He really does. You can't be worthy if you don't make yourself worthy. By
This
eating
will
a
be the
balanced
first law of our new world.
breakfast.
Everyone is entitled to a healthy and balanced breakfast.
Have you guys finished?
Breakfast, yeah.
I mean, it's nearly dark, so it's perhaps not surprising.
You can eat breakfast for dinner.
Oh, I love breakfast for dinner.
Can you stop talking about breakfast, please? Like, there's way more important things to be going on about at the moment.
Risa's taking notes. That's it.
So, Brash, do you have any knowledge of where he might be?
Wait, let me help before you think about it. And I'll, pat his shoulder, and I'll cast guidance on him.
He goes, ooh!
Little brain jolt.
Oh, that's really fucking good. We'll call it a natural 22. Brash. A posseman of that arrogant, self-absorbed brother of mine.
Yes, he was. Slash
If I
is.
If I remember, there was a family named Brash. Began an organization a long time ago. One that... trying to remember the name. The purpose was to oversee trade between Port Dowd and Port Develny from the Develny Isles. This intercontinental trade, and monitor it for nefarious dealings, making sure that people here would be safe from anything that was to be shipped in.
Like anti-pirates?
Anti-pirates, yes. That was probably what they were called, anti-pirates. Anyway, that was their surface job. But Rylandor had them as a shadow organization. A defensive group of sentinels, of vanguards that had stationed in Port Dowd as an outpost defense against those who would try to reach R'lyeh.
So Port Dowd is where we need to go.
Ninja anti-pirates?
By the sounds of it.
Ninja anti-pirates.
Although his pike, this is his pike, so I'd be surprised if a ninja could wield this as effectively.
I think ninjas can use whatever weapons they want to use.
You
Are
probably
these
correct.
anti-pirates established by Rylandor?
They were. Rylandor is known as the Shepherd of the Desert.
Does
He
his
guided-
description of the group give me any clue as to what the name might be? Like, can I roll to see if I can do a
Yes.
Charlie Day and draw all the lines together?
You can roll. And also, you gotta give me a minute while I pull up exactly the information. Lost in the documents.
What is it? What is it I am rolling? History?
Yeah, you would roll history.
Oh my god, it's a natural 20.
Is it?
It actually
Wow.
is. It's only 21 total, but
Oh my god, it signed me out of my fucking OneDrive. Sorry, one second.
Microsoft.
Oops, something went wrong. I'm gonna have to go through troubleshooting steps to get back into my
Uh-oh.
documents.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna skip that part, but with a natural 20,
Yes.
you will get the name
hmm
of the group.
Good.
I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
It's all good.
Oh, come on, dude. Sorry, guys. That's gotta get solved today.
Okay, so Port Dowd is my next port of call, one might say.
Yes. Family. Brash. Brash was a generational name.
Mhm.
Generations belong to this group. Brash was the commander. At least. However long ago I can remember.
Was there any distinctive features of the Brash family?
Maybe that weapon you have.
Yeah.
A brass crest in the plate, in the breastplate.
Okay.
It had a turnkey rod, the crest.
Right.
It could flip. One part showed the port authority that they were, and if you flip it around, it would show the symbol of Rylandor.
That would make sense. Okay.
Silly
That's-
brass rods and trinkets, it's so irritating.
Well, that information is extremely useful. Thank you so much. We'll need transport to Port Dowd if we're going there after this, but that's something we can organise ourselves.
Right,
Um,
but you can't take the wyverns
We
across.
wasn't going to be taking the wyverns because that would probably draw some.
Oh, yes, you can take them to Port Down. It's on the continent.
But I would hesitate because that would probably draw quite a lot of attention to us, and that's not something that I would particularly be looking
Right.
for.
Yeah,
Good
we
thinking.
need to blend in.
We need to go incognito, which for some parts of our group, not this group that you see here, but for some of the other parts, is very difficult for us just to blend in. There's some very weird people, as you
Yeah.
know.
They're
Yes.
very conspicuous.
They can't like, just like me, Mickey, and Rista. They can't just blend in everywhere. They really stand out. So
Yes.
we want to make sure that we draw as little attention to ourselves as possible.
Yes. I understand.
Yeah.
There were some strangers. You could all get chef's hats.
Chef's hats. That's a great idea.
Chef's hats
Pretend
for
to be
everyone.
chefs.
Then you can solve 2 problems in the same call: breakfast, disguise.
Look, okay, I think you're getting way too caught up on this whole breakfast thing. Okay, we really need to be focusing
I
on the bigger
glance over
picture.
at Rista to see if she's writing it down.
She's like, breakfast, disguise, together. Okay.
Mickey, is there anything you have to ask? Any information he might have for us?
Not really. Sorry, Mr. Cogstarin. I was hoping before we leave the Colquest to go to the Temple of Kyr and maybe talk to her and see if she has anything to say. Maybe?
Yes.
It's a great idea.
I must have missed the question part of that, like as RJ.
There was no question. There was no question. I think it was just, I want to go do this.
He goes, yes.
Yeah.
Do you know how to get there?
No.
Do you want a ride?
I mean,
Well, you have wyverns.
if we're going right now, I don't know if we all want to go right now.
I will do whatever the group wants to do.
What do you think, Bobby?
Sorry, were you talking to me? I only respond to my actual name. If you need to go to the Temple of Kyr, yeah, that's a great idea. She might have some answers for you.
I hope.
I'm sure she will. She seemed to have taken a liking to you already, so I'd be amazed if she couldn't help out in some way.
I flew over the temple. It was still had a porcelain light coming from its windows, but there is overgrowth surrounding it. It's a strange effect.
Maybe
The many-handed goddess is always wakeful.
Maybe she just likes nature.
Maybe. Do you like nature?
Yeah, it's really fun to draw because it changes all the time, you know? So you can kind of draw the same thing over and over again, but it's always a little bit different.
Do you have any drawings of nature I can look at?
Yeah, but it's a secret. So...
It's fine. Rista, we can go leave them be if it's a real secret.
Oh, Rista knows.
Okay, well, I can then just leave because, you don't share that with me anymore, so that's fine. So I'll just leave
You've
if you
been
want.
so busy and reclusive.
Reclusive?
Yeah, you go and shut yourself in your room and read stupid books for all hours of the day.
My apologies for trying to become a better person.
Should I leave? This seems
No.
private.
It's all good. Mickey, I need to head off anyway, so I can leave you with them.
I mean, you could come if you want to. You don't have to go.
Cool. I would
come.
happily come to the temple, yeah. I've only ever seen a mausoleum. I haven't seen a real temple apart from today.
Come on, man. It's too soon.
I mean, it might be. We don't know when that...
That's not funny.
You're right, it's not. Sorry, I have a very dark sense of humor.
Jeez. Maybe with some bacon, eggs, and toast, you might brighten that sense of humor right up.
To my wyvern immediately.
I fist bump Cog's tearing on his paw.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's actually really good. 18.
I should have said strength, but Constitution it is. As it fist bumps you, you like slide back, like your feet skid across, and you're like just pushed back about 5 feet. Just like,
Hey,
hey, sorry about that.
it's okay.
All right, you need anything else? You come find Kogstarin, hero of the heroes of the dragon Kogstarin.
Yes, sir.
You know it.
Okay, bye, Mr. Kogstarin. Why did he think I could not speak as she's walking away?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Mickey thinks that Hush can't read, and that's clearly wrong. So
What do you
people
mean
have
she
their
can't?
weird.
She can read.
What?
Yeah, I mean, she read the spell book page.
She just read a scrying spell right off of a page. She's educated.
She wrote it herself. It's probably scribbles.
I wrote some of it.
It's definitely scribble.
And looking at
I
your
mean,
handwriting, yeah.
It's a look. The quality of the handwriting does not impact the fact that it is still a language that she is reading.
I mean, she used magic to do it.
Okay, see, this is
Mickey,
Mickey.
What?
Yeah.
what's it going to take for me to tell you that Hush can actually read? I'm not sure what language it's. Cat? But I believe she can.
She can read common.
Common?
Yeah, just like us.
Yeah, I guess it's true. She did say she went to school, and it would be a little weird if they didn't teach you how to read and write in school. That'd be a really bad school.
I mean, it didn't sound like a stellar school to begin with, but this is now moving aside the point.
She just rolls her eyes.
And you all get back up on the wyverns. Kogstarin's standing on his hind legs at attention, just waving goodbye to you.
Wave as we go away.
And on the wings of a dream, as you're coasting through the air and flying toward the temple of the many-handed goddess.
Fuck
The
you.
rest of yeah.
I gotta pee so bad. Oh my god.
All right, the rest of you fly south through the town of Sildasail and over the mountain peaks. You dive through a valley. Could you all please make animal handling checks? No, I don't have to roll one. I'm not a person anymore.
You're a person all the time. 12.
10.
Blundering Becky does not let me down with a 7.
All right, you run aground for a moment. Like as you're passing by a mountain, you cut the corner too sharply, and you and Becky tumble and tumble and tumble back down to the ground. It takes you a minute to like get back up on. She's like, and you are shaken up yourself, and you both see that Faye and Becky have tumbled into the earth.
You all right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're good. We're good. Little, we're good. I'm on my way.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful.
You both just coast around in a circle, waiting for Faye to get back up on Becky. As you do, you take flight again and start to head off. Where is your destination?
Well, seeing as Hush didn't really have a specific place in mind, should we go check out those spires first?
Yeah, that's what I was interested in.
The spires and the construct are both very close to each other.
Yeah. We'll probably hit up the spires first and then bebop over to the construct.
All right. It is nighttime, right? And yeah, no. I guess I sort of misdescribed Cog's Terran reflecting in the sun where it's kind of supposed to be night. But oh well.
It's fine.
Twilight sun. So it's nighttime. It's
Reflecting
dark.
in the moonlight.
In the
Yeah.
moonlight, because yes, there's a moon. And it hangs in the
Yes,
sky
which is very
every
disconcerting.
day now.
Very close.
And as you pass over this vast overgrowth of a forest, you start to see these like 8 pointed towers. As you are looking upon this, when it was described to you that there was a construct, you're starting to realize the size perspective between Cogsterin and yourself, because he said there's a large construct. But to you, it is really, really massive. It is this gigantic, like, system of these brass rails, and there's like a marble platform with brass rails surrounding it. From this distance, you can see that it has one central, like, very complex system of rods that makes like this large protruding element to it. And there are a few different like giant orbs that are kind of holding this platform in place, but they seem to be on a system of like on a ridged system. But that's not where you're going right now. You see the spires themselves stand about 80 feet tall, and beneath them there is also a enclosed, very, very ancient graveyard of sorts. You come to land within this forest area, and you can see the. Okay, go away. You can see the 8 spires that are just very, very faintly surrounded by these like glittering, shimmery magics.
Whoa. Can I touch it, actually?
I mean, can you? Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna
Could
see if I can, like, glide my mage hand, my mage paw over to check it out.
Your mage hand passes and just pets the tower.
You're able to sort of turn the weird vision thing on and off, right?
Yes.
Is this
Oh god,
still
I'm the only
there
one
when
here who
you-
can.
Yes. Are you? Is this part of that? Because to me, I'm just seeing all of it.
I'll turn off the vision. Right.
All right. You turn off the right vision, and all of the towers appear inert of magic without it.
Oh. Nope. That is because of our vision.
Interesting.
I'm gonna, like, knowing what we know of the books and the gardens and everything, I'm gonna look for like distinguishing characteristics on these towers, like see if I can see flowers inscribed or names or anything that would separate them.
Yes, you see carvings of the silhouetted flower images that also are represented on the 8 books that you have. One on each tower.
Are there any, like, writings or any descriptions like other statues tend to have?
Make an investigation check or perception.
Natural 20 for a total of 23.
Love you.
No writings, but
Whoa!
as you pass around the side of the tower, you can see that almost like forming within your 30-foot vision range. You pass along the side of one, and you can see this golden metallic, like glimmering light, almost like illuminating the door in the Mines of Moria in Fellowship of the Ring. this part of the wall begins to take form in that way. And it is like the form of a door with the image of a flower. And this specific flower, why don't you roll a d8 to see which tower you're looking at?
Five.
Five? Okay. This one you are specifically looking at a violet, and there's a little bit of a violet energy coming off of it.
Quinn, which one was violet?
That is the enchantment one that Tenris had.
Okay. I see one of these here. Not an actual violet, just like a carving of one.
Oh, I'm gonna head on over to that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have so many toys? All right. You walk
Because
up
he's
to
giving
ask
the...
your dad.
No, I'm talking about these toys.
Oh, I thought you were talking to us. I was like, "What can you give us these toys, man?"
You guys are cool.
No, I was referring to Luna. You should
You-
ask her dad. She's spoiling her too much.
I know, that's true.
Do I see the door?
You walk up and you can see the door. You can see the hidden entrance, and yeah, it's just waiting for you there.
I'm gonna look at Quinn. I'm gonna look at Hush, and I'm gonna be like, "Well," and I'm gonna push the door, or try to open the door, or put my hands on the door.
You push on the door. It is sealed in place.
Alright, we've done this before. We gotta find some kind of puzzle or lever or something. It's
I mean,
always a puzzle.
Do we think we
Oh,
can
you're saying
only?
we can see the light? Is it like a seam of light around the edges of a door?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. But it specifically ties to transmutation magic.
Transmutation magic?
Yeah, the violet is for transmutation.
Oh.
Oh,
Was there an inconsistency there?
I thought the two. Yeah, I was a little confused because I was like, I thought the tulip was for
Yeah.
enchantment.
No, you're right. For some reason,
Okay.
I got those mixed up. I thought violet was the one Tenris had. I thought that was the enchantment.
No, the
Oh,
violet
tulip.
is
Never mind.
transmutation.
Yes.
Then-
it is. You're
then-
right.
Okay,
Yes.
then I'm gonna look for the tulip tower.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are going to look for the tulip tower.
Mhm.
Daisies.
At least I
My
am.
bad. No, I also specifically want to investigate more about the one Tenris had. So, my bad.
You walk until you find the tulip flower and you find the secret entrance around the base, and the door forms in the same way.
Is it
Then-
glowing?
Can I investigate specifically the door to see if I can figure out more if it's like cut with something like magic or if there's a hidden keyhole or something?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
After she's done with that, I'm going to cast the calm emotion spell centered on myself, so it kind of like hits the door.
Okay.
I rolled a natural one for a total of 10.
Damn. You don't find a keyhole. In fact, the surface is pretty flat other than the illuminated runes. And then as you focus and focus on that enchantment that you read in that book and cast the calm emotion spell, and it consumes all of the light, and it goes.
It worked.
Yeah, I cast the spell that I learned from the enchantment book. I don't know if you need it, but if Quinn wants to check out the necromancy tower, I don't know, does she have like anything necromancy she can do?
I have some things I could use. Yeah. But let's look into this one first. See what we can find.
Yeah, I will head into the tower, the weird, mysterious
I
tower.
will follow her.
I'm running inside. This sounds so fun.
Okay. You step inside the base of the tower, and all you can see is that there are just these immensely designed, like, scrawlings of just this beautiful, like, prayer language or some kind of strange text that is just scrawled up the side of the walls. You all have dark vision, right? I'm assuming you all do, like elves
Oh
and
yeah.
tabaxi.
Yep.
But essentially, almost the entire tower is just a large staircase that leads about 80 feet up to the top. The staircase itself has a very beautiful platinum railing that that's carved with these like intricate circles and spirals and stuff. Whenever you reach a landing, it kind of like figure eights back, and it's this beautiful, beautiful sight.
Wow.
Is it in poor taste to think that this is a lot of money if we break this railing? Yeah, that's poor taste. Yep, that's okay.
Hush, are you able to read what's on these walls?
On it. On it. So she's going to cast comprehend languages, and she's going to start picking at the dust that's in the grooves of the runes and start reading them. Not out loud, but jotting them down in a translatable language on paper to give to Quinn and Faye.
Okay. I am at a bit of a handicap with not being able to access my documents, but the sum of what it reads without having my actual text to read is and he made the connection between two minds and all minds, and his was the garden planted farthest to the south. And in this garden he grew his tulips. Tulips that, when spun, would fragment the perception of a mind's connection like glass. As your mind gazes into another, is that of your eyes peering into a mirror. And much, much more about the description of the philosophy of enchantment magic and the homage to Tenris and his mastery over it.
I can only imagine what Tax is feeling right now when he's under these kinds of effects. But it is powerful.
It is powerful.
Okay.
Also, wait, did we just find out which one his garden? Like we just found like we have the map and
we do.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
can you pull out that map? Do we
oh
have
yeah,
that saved somewhere in our?
oh I'm the royal map keeper. Yeah, I got that map.
Yeah, but do we have the? Oh, it's in Haldir
Yeah, it's in Haldir details.
It's
So I mean the
not
furthest.
the one that.
It's not. No, it's not either of the ones that we thought. The furthest south. I mean, that would be the one in Persoth, right? Right near the coast. That's the furthest south.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as there can't be any confusion, I'm going to not let you escape under false presumptions. Take this map and shift it so that the Isles are the most northernmost point.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, so it is. Okay, so it is the red one. Got it. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay, there we go. That tracks.
You said red one?
Yeah, if the Isles are the most northern point, that would put the red one the lowest, the one in narrow shadow.
This is a truth that your party comes to know.
Okay.
Makes some sense if it's in Narrow Shadow. And so is the other person who has one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That explains a couple other things that I don't know
Yes,
that
it
Quinn
does.
knows.
I am
But
going to climb to the top of this tower, please.
All right.
Race you.
You climb to the top of the tower, and I would say roll for like a dexterity for a race, but I'm not super sure that there's a possibility that Faye could beat Hush in this race.
Absolutely not.
So Hush, you make it to the top first, and you're like, and as Faye, you get to the top, you're like, Quinn, you casually stroll up behind both of them, panting as
Yep.
they race.
Take my time.
Oh yeah.
We're out of shape.
Speak for
They're
yourself.
both
I'm in.
like standing on the landing, just panting. I'll just calmly stroll past them.
So this top of this tower is essentially a reflective dome, and the interior is filled with this like violet, like this pinkish purple light. And as you look up, you can see that there's uh, about a 6 foot diameter hole with a glass dome in the ceiling, and pouring through that hole is the uh, very, very magnified and conspicuous light of a star. And as you look up, you see the two mines crossing in the pattern as the star Torin is the only one visible from the top of this tower.
I would like to walk into the light, please.
All right. You walk into the light. You take a careful step, and as your foot hits the floor, you look up, and just you're completely encaptured by the star. It's so beautiful. It's a perspective of this that you have never been privy to, like seeing the northern lights for the first time in person after witnessing it in pictures. No extra effects come over you, though it feels like there's something missing from this experience. Like it was meant for something more than just standing and bathing in the light of a star.
I'll I'll close my eyes and open myself up to the flow of magic, and I'll try casting calm emotions again. See if anything happens.
All right, you cast Calm Emotions. Everybody feels emotionally calm.
Okay.
That feels nice, Faye.
Uh Quinn, how do you feel about doing this with a flower in the necromancy one? I feel that's what we're missing.
Worried it might trigger something we're not ready for. Or consume the flower. And this isn't really mine to give away.
Mm.
But I think it might be a good idea at some point. It feels important. Also, I'm not as familiar. You're probably more familiar with the stars and navigating and all that. Which star is this that we're seeing here?
I'll what do I know about it? What do I know about that star navigating by stars?
Roll a check with your navigator's tools.
Okay. Okay. So that would be wisdom, intelligence. Okay. 14 plus 2, 16. What stat? Intelligence or wisdom?
Whichever you choose.
Okay. So we'll go with a 19 then.
19?
Yeah.
So if you looked at, hold on, do I have this? If you look at the homepage of Halgia Roll20, you will find that uh, from a dome perspective, the star Torin is the furthest to the south, even though it's at the top of that picture. It is that way. So the star itself is almost a mirror of the map itself, I believe. God, this is hard to do without my documents.
I mean, is there a
As
chance that
you-
we could like take a break so you can start troubleshooting, or will that take too
I
long?
don't know if that's going to solve it within a few minutes.
Okay.
It looks like it's a problem with Outlook that I have to go do a bunch
Gotcha.
of random stuff to solve.
So it's the red
but
one with the
it's the red one that crosses itself like that,
gotcha. Okay.
and you know that it lines up with a constellation that you.
Oh boy.
That leaf is
Luna's
falling
grounded.
down again.
Yeah.
It lines up with a constellation that it's called the Cyclops of Torin, and it's interpreted that the center point of that is the eye of a Cyclops. And you essentially follow that star to go southeast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that to Quinn.
So this is the star Torin,
Yes.
and we're in Tenris's spire.
Yes.
It just made me think of something.
What you got?
We finally got all the names of all these garden keepers when we looked at the statues recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably just a coincidence, but the names of all the garden keepers, the names of these stars, they all start with the same. The months are named after the stars.
Is that
And
common
all of the
knowledge?
stars.
Nope. Would you all
Wait,
roll
so-
an intelligence check, please?
Quinn, finish your thought. Sorry.
Do you want me to roll one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's my intelligence? +1. 14.
21.
21.
Oh.
Oh.
I am with some smart people.
As the two of you are thinking about this and putting it together, that and Hush especially, and we'll get to why, putting it together that the first letter of each of these stars lines up with the names that you found for the cultivators, the garden keepers, if you will. You realize that as you've been casting comprehend languages over all this time and reading and doing research and all these things you've been discovering, each of these words is native to the language that the garden keeper themselves spoke. Ikarn in Tenber is the Gith word for Ikarn, and so on and so forth. So these are not just names of stars, they are native names of people. Victora in Celestial means Velana.
I think my brain exploded. Faye.
What does it mean?
All right,
Oh,
so
boy,
you know
conspiracy
how we.
talk's
So,
gonna be fun.
all right, so Faye, you're gonna love this because I know you like making your little star charts. Okay, so all the stars that you know, right? Whenever you're going out into the open sea, and you're blanketed by the light of the stars all the time, in the respective language of every single cultivator that we've come across so far, that is a name of one of the stars and the months of the year for us too. Or yeah, it's the month of the star. Month of the star. It's the name of the star. So it's really cool. This is why I'm not a teacher. But are you following? Am I making sense?
Yes. I'm
How?
following. But also, what does it mean?
Well, with some deductive reasoning, I could say, actually, can I make a religion check?
For what?
So I can infer what it could mean. Make a little bit of a theory.
Okay.
13. So, my theory, and Quinn, you can trade theories too because you're good at this stuff as well. So, every single star is loosely named after one of the cultivators. So, if that's the case, do you think that these stars serve as some kind of entity that looks over Halgia?
Like a god?
In a godly way. It's a guess.
Could be. I mean, we also don't know if these stars are named after the cultivators or the cultivators are named after the stars.
Oh,
The
which
origin
came
helps.
first, the star or the cult?
How old are these people that they would come before the stars?
I mean, that's true.
We would need to dig in a really old library to see how long or when these stars were first given their names,
I mean,
when they
there
were
is
first
a very
discovered.
large library on this island.
That's right. We gotta go there next.
I mean, we should also check out that big, huge.
Right,
Frickin-
there's a lot of things to.
Right, that first, but after this whole area is, done with and we
We know
regroup with
that-
the others.
We know that all of these cultivators are very closely tied with each of their own schools of magic, right?
Yeah.
So, do we think the stars are connected with that?
Perhaps.
I mean, we know that there's these gardens, and at least one of them has been destroyed based on the map that we got.
And the other one has been somethinged.
Possibly.
Which garden was destroyed?
Vanished. Well,
Which garden was destroyed?
We thought up until this point that it was
was
Tenris's, but now we know it wasn't his. We know it was someone else's, and we also know if these stars are tied to these people. We know that one of these stars vanished recently.
Mm-hmm.
Should we check out the rest of these towers? Maybe we can see a missing star, or
even a
not
broken
see
tower.
I would
a
say,
missing star.
don't we know that which star disappeared though?
Yeah, you do.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
it was Victoria, which is Velana. So maybe that's the garden that was just.
Ilana was the Kalish star, right?
Yeah, she's the Mickey's friend.
Yeah.
We assumed all this time that was Tenris's garden, but if it wasn't his own.
Are we sure we don't want to try? We got extra daisies. Hush, do you know any illusion magic? Should we try doing
Oh,
something
yeah, I
at the
do.
top of the? Should we
It's
try
me, of
doing
course.
something at the top of the illusion tower just
Let's
to see
try
what
it.
happens?
Yeah.
We could try.
Well, if we do, we gotta be really, really quick. For 2 reasons. The spell I have deactivates after a really short period, and I have to be able to open up the tower and then get to the top of the tower within that minute.
I mean, does
Ready?
you're able to
Ready to
cast
race again?
I'm ready. I can try racing again.
All right, cool.
Are you okay with this, Quinn?
Sure. I guess. Are you able to cast this spell multiple times?
I can, but I'm gonna be really beat tired, and I want to do so many other things too.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go to the illusion tower.
All right. You run down all the stairs, exit the tower, and the door just shuts behind you. You're back out into the world, and you got to go searching for the illusion tower. Let's make a group skill check as you're all rushing around and looking for the daisy.
Ooh, I did not do that great. That times 6.
Is this perception?
Or investigation.
19 for perception.
I rolled a 3 for a 12.
All right, Hush, what was yours?
6.
Hush, you start running out in the direction, like your momentum carries you, and you're just rushing out into the distance, away from the towers themselves. And you two are like, "What the fuck?" And then, Faye, you're looking around, and you're just taking a calm, pausing case of all these different towers, and you spot the daisy. But you see Hush is also running off in a direction that makes no sense.
Hush,
What?
sweetie, over here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No worries,
Okay,
no worries.
okay. All right, let me get this thing out. And she's gonna take off her bag and rummage through it for this little decahedron thing. Okay. And she's going to activate as she casts Nathayer's Mischief.
What? I don't know what
Oh,
this
no.
spell is. It's from Fizban's
Oh, no.
Treasury.
It's the one that I used before. All right, she's gonna like throw it at the door and back away. Go! Run!
Go! The dodecahedron. What does it do? I can't remember what the spell is.
I just need to roll a d4 really quick to make sure that we are not like incapacitated or something crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna do some things where we're gonna all be
Do you have-
blinded.
You know what?
Don't you have another illusion spell?
I do.
Let's say,
We're
like,
probably gonna do that
minor
one
illusion?
instead.
Cantrip?
I have that on the spell page. Actually, I can do that. I overthought about that one. I completely forgot about the spell page.
What's the spell page for?
Minor illusion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe we should do that one. Maybe we should do that one there, Hush.
No.
I know, I like the chaos, but okay, minor illusion. As you create an illusion of what?
I make a small little drawing of a pancake.
All right. Pancake is just swatting at the door. And he bats it, and it goes... begins to fall.
You're a genius.
Yes, I saw
We
you
don't
do
have
that
to-
spell.
Also,
run in?
Because we don't have to rush anymore. So
No,
Yeah,
we
we're not
can
gonna
cast
rush.
that again. Do you want to read what's on these spells?
Yep, got it on it.
Is your
is
comprehend language
writing
is still going? Nice.
On the walls?
It
I
should.
think it's an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, no, perfect.
Assuming
Should-
there's writing on the walls, I assume.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Should be gnomish, and it lasts an hour. So, fuck.
Oh, sorry. More note things. we can do
Saul's
that.
handwriting. Yeah, we'll get to it.
We
I'm
can-
gonna have to just send you the notes because
Totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah,
Tech-
sorry.
recall.
I forgot about that, or I wouldn't have. recommended
Technical
reading.
difficulties.
essentially the gist of it says Janar or Zal's garden was built on the ground, but not as he rose the tether of his daisy, and through manipulation of the mind, he spawned the great illusion, the Mesa, his press toward the sky. As you see, you run into this building, you're reading up the walls, and there is no staircase.
Is there any kind of landing up to, like?
Yeah, there seems to be.
There's where we can see. There's.
I
You
pull
can
out
see a
my
landing up there.
I pull out my wand of the mind's eye and cast see invisibility.
I'm
Oh
saying we
wait,
can-
never mind. You guys can just do that anyway.
Wait, with the
because
right
you're
with the right of the vision, yeah.
Yeah.
Vision
So-
right.
Oh, okay.
So you're-
yeah. See,
Your vision is off, and you can't see the illusion. But then you turn it on, and this whole staircase just goes. Thump. Just this yellowish, like ethereal staircase pops up.
I respect Saul, but you are doing illusion magic in the most annoying way possible.
I think there's a
right.
non-annoying way to do illusion.
There is no non-annoying way to do magic or do illusion. It's just
No offense.
no, none taken. Being able to make people annoyed like that is amazing. But I don't like when it's done to me.
Mm.
You guys rush up the tower, racing again. You win by a landslide again. Hush. You all get to the top, and you can see the star, which looks like a star within a star within a star within a star. Janar, it's light pouring down with its yellowish magic from the dome up top.
Okay, time to do this. And she's going to take her minor illusioned pancake and hold it up to the top of the tower like Simba.
Huh.
Are you going to hold the daisy too?
Nothing extra happens.
Oh.
Right.
Try
Should I
pulling out
hold
your
it?
daisy.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I just don't know what it's going to do.
If you don't want to, I'm not going to force you.
No. It's like I need someone to tell me not to do it because this is something that I would do on my own anyway. But if you're not going to stop me,
I mean, that's what we're here for.
all right. Let's get crazy.
See what happens.
All right, and we're gonna activate the daisy.
All right, what are you doing with the daisy?
Holding it up to the top of the tower. I imagine it's like there's a dome, right, and a glass thing, and a star shows up through the sky, or through like the glass.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
And you have this beautiful vision of this star, and it almost kind of like turns within itself, like these little, like different shifting illusions within the star itself. And let me just pull up a daisy real quick. This I can pull up because it's in D&D Beyond.
Fantastic.
Oh boy.
So, which piece of the daisy are you activating? Are you gonna?
I didn't know there were pieces to it.
Do you have it in your inventory?
I know that you put in things into the inventory. I just don't know. I have it written down.
Do you have the arid daisy in your inventory?
No, I do not. So I'm gonna go fix that.
All right, you activate the daisy, and as you do, a second copy of Hush just appears in the space. As it does, the whole chamber begins to fill as the light of the star turns into like this streaming beam of light, pours down through the portal, and like it's just magnifying the energy within the room. This whole dome it's like hard to see each other through this radiant yellow light. As it's all gathering in that space, you all notice another secret little portion of the dome itself as a rune illuminates on the side of one of the walls, and then almost like this is shifted like from just solid stone or rock to glass. It opens and another beam of light streaks out of the side of the dome itself. Almost like the light has been redirected somewhere else.
I hope that didn't signal or activate something somewhere.
But as long as you hold that duplicate of yourself firmly, that's what's happening. You have the daisy in this room, you have activated it and drawn on the power of a star.
I can just do things like that. Whoa! Okay. I don't know what to do next.
Can we tell where the light has been redirected to? Like it's coming down and then it's being redirected to the side where that rune appeared?
Yeah, so the whole chamber, like remember how I said it was like a mirror dome? You would now understand that the purpose of the reflective surfaces is to like capture that light and just like reflect it infinitely, and it is thrown out of a porthole somewhere. So you have a beam of light, a room filled with it, and then another beam of light streaking out from the side. And you go out and you can try to look out the porthole, but you make perception at disadvantage since you're looking out the light beam itself. Or you can send somebody to the ground to see what's happening.
Stay right there.
Yep,
And I'm
yep.
going to head downstairs and look outside.
Okay, arms are getting tired. Take your time.
All right. Both of you make a perception check. Quinn, you can do it at disadvantage.
Oh, thank God.
7 or 8.
What did I get? 17.
17.
Yeah.
You can see the beam of light going somewhere, but you can't see further than like 20 feet away from yourself with its just magnificent radiance. From the ground, you literally see the beam of light coming down from the sky, and you can see another yellow beam of light streaking out from the top of this tower and striking a very specific part of this giant construct that is nearby.
Okay. Does it look like anything's happening on the construct, or is it just like the light's hitting a certain part and that's it?
Yeah, it's just hitting a certain part and stopping.
Okay. All right. I will head back into the tower. Okay, so you can stop. Hush, you're good.
Oh, okay. She's gonna stop dazing.
So that I don't know if we still need to check it out, but that light did shine on that weird construct that was over there. So
it did?
yeah, somehow we need to do this with all 8 of them, I'm assuming.
Whoa.
Right.
Or at
Sure.
least I don't know if we have to, but in order to find out what the construct does, we would need all of them.
Oh, wow. That's really crazy.
I definitely want to explore the rest of these, but I think maybe this is something we should do with the whole group.
Yeah.
At the very least, we can get clues about the other gardens from the writings and sides of these. They seem to describe the location of these gardens. So
I mean-
we might be able to go into some of them that we haven't been before to get clues as to
Yeah, that's true.
where they
To
are.
at least narrow down which ones they are. I mean, we know where 3 of them are, but yeah.
I mean, we know vaguely some of them. Molon's was in a volcano, and Soderme was set in a forest somewhere. So, but it's not very specific.
And I suppose now we know where the graveyard is for when Rista comes to do her ritual.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so exciting. Oh, she's gonna love that news. I wish
So
she
yeah,
was
maybe
here.
we should save the rest of this when we have the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The graveyard and the rest of these spires then.
I think that's a good call.
All right.
Should we meet up with them, or?
Yeah, they should be done by now, right?
It's getting pretty late. Probably
Hey,
be heading
Rista,
soon.
how are you all doing?
We are flying on our wyverns on our way. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you
joking.
fine.
We're on our
Okay.
wyverns. We are going to the temple of the many-headed goddess.
Oh,
Okay.
Podstarian was very sad, but now he is amped.
That
Ryan did a really good job, and so did Mickey.
Wow, Ryan did a good job. Sorry, that was
Yes.
rude. Do you want us to meet you there? We finished up here.
Mickey!
Her wyvern's too far away. She can't hear.
Mickey! Let me ask, and I'll let you know.
Classic Jackie choosing the worst possible moment to leave.
Yeah.
The worst possible moment.
One day there will be a session where Micah does not furiously scribble pages and pages of
I have
notes.
so
But it
many
is not
notes
today.
this session.
But it is not this
You've done so
fucking
much today.
I'm
It's a
honestly, I'm
campaign.
glad for the break because it gives me time to catch up on notes. So
This whole campaign is a puzzle, as you've come to find out.
It's so great.
I think that
RJ.
wasn't too meta. I was trying to find a way to bring it into the game of like the realization of the stars.
You
But
know,
I thought it was common
I'm not
knowledge
super
that
concerned
the
about the
months
meta
were named
piece.
after the stars.
Like, if
Yeah.
you figure it out, your character probably figures it out, because like I'm not specifically giving you information outside of game, and that which I have in
Yeah.
our Monday game, like,
Yeah, I'm
is
not using
it's very little, and you're not using it. So
that. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
not.
the way I see it, there's always a difference between being meta of like knowing a monster's stats and being meta of like I've
Yeah.
put clues together. Okay, so your
Yeah.
characters put
And
the
this was
clues together.
literally
That's the
like
unfun
half an
part.
hour before the session. Me going,
Yeah.
oh shit, the names line up.
Like,
Mickey!
this is
So, hey, Mickey's back.
Hi, what's going on? Did we stop?
Faye and Queen and Hush are finished with what they are doing. They are wondering if you want them to join you at the temple.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, I'll let them know. Faye, can you hear me? No,
I'll wait a little. I'll wait a little bit and be like, all right, she's probably done. Hey, Rista, how'd it go?
Oh, can you hear me? I'm just
Yes, I can hear you.
It's funny to me every time. Mickey said she would love if you would all come.
Okay, we'll meet you there. And I'll turn back to my two compatriots. Want to go meet Mickey's godmom?
whoa, we can do that? We can do that.
I mean, she's going to the Temple of Kier. I don't know what's going to happen there, but
Yeah, I'm super down.
We can fill them in on what we found too.
Yeah.
oh
Let
yeah,
me know the good news.
All right. You all fly, converging in a direction.
Mighty ducks.
Flying the wyverns that fly over the Colquests as you pass buildings and towns and cities and eventually pass back through the mountain range, both groups, and over a very, very, very large overgrowth of a forest. It is just wide spanning and leads all the way almost to the coast. It's nearly midnight at this point, and you all find yourself, you see this white like porcelain tower, the roof like the wings of feathers, and columns like hands raising the roof of this cathedral up. There's just like gesturing hands reaching out from the front doors. The hands are the handles of the doors are hands themselves reaching out like this. And you all, everyone make an animal handling check to land your wyvern, please, in a tough terrain space.
Oh no! 13.
Becky coming through with the 22.
Suki, no. Suki, no. Suki, no. I rolled a 3.
17.
All right, let's do this one by one. So first of all, Becky starts to crash, but it's this big, long, accidental crash that ends up working out. Like you hit a tree, spin around, and get hooked by another tree, and it throws you downward. And as it throws you downward, like she skids off of a rock and then lands perfectly on her feet. And you slide off the back, and you're both perfectly fine.
Yes.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, so you're like, Zuki, no. And you don't realize that you're grabbing on to the ear hole and causing it to go off balance while you're yelling that.
No.
And it just turns sideways and just keeps spinning, and you spiral into a crash. You're just like, oh.
They were supposed to go the other way, not down.
Cosmo, flying with you, stops in midair and is like, I'm not landing here, buddy. It's too crazy.
Come on. Come on. Oh, you're just as petulant as the person you're named after. Yeah, come on. We can land.
Just
I believe.
Gently, like, flaps, but does it slowly to try to test your patience.
I've got all the time in the world. Come on.
And then eventually you land safely. Who wants to go next?
Told you could do it.
Ow.
I got a 17.
17? Oh, no problem. No problem at all. You drift in. Remind me your wyvern's name. Everyone else has said theirs.
I'm a horrible owner and I can't remember.
Jolene.
Jolene. You drift in with Jolene, and just like the song that she's named after, she's beautiful enough to steal your man, and drifts downward. You cut between a couple of trees and come to a sliding stop. It is very graceful.
Good girl. I give her a scratch behind the ear hole. Yes, I got good girl.
Its leg starts kicking.
All dragons are dogs.
Yeah. And a 13?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It takes some argument, kind of like what happened. Like you see the wyvern Xantha roll its eyes as you're trying to get it to land, and it's like giving you a hard time about it, just being a brat.
Come on. You know you're going to have to land eventually. You can't stay in the sky all night.
Circles around the entire cathedral and then comes back around. Like, is this a safe enough landing for you? And then eventually just whoop.
Give her a pat on the side of the neck.
And Rista falls off the wyvern.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Right before reaching the cathedral, you notice that she's kind of tired, and she goes, maybe you don't notice, she just like nods off and slides off the back of Darling, who turns around to try to catch her, but Rista wakes up in the middle of this, and I wonder if she has spells to get out of this.
Oh, does she have Featherfall today?
Say Featherfall
Please
or levitate? Levitate on
please.
herself?
Please
She
let
does
me
have
die from
levitate,
this.
so she just goes and just starts floating. She's like, okay, down. And Darling like goes to the ground and just walks underneath her so that she can still complete the landing. She did have to use levitate to get out of that.
I'm guessing she rolled a nat 1.
She did.
Rista,
And then you
sweet
see
as-
Darling and Rista just walking to where you all are because they landed a little ways off.
You okay there?
Shut up.
If you're tired, we could have gone back.
Tired and grumpy, and don't talk about what just happened.
Okay, we're not going to talk
You
about
won't
it.
talk about it.
No, definitely won't comment about the fact you fell asleep.
I said, ugh.
Wait,
So-
we have good news.
Good news. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, tell her.
Oh, yeah, those towers are fucked.
I thought you said good news.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what news of this is good. Hush.
the graveyard.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we found the graveyard. We found the graveyard.
Oh, that's excellent news.
And
Thank you,
what's even cooler, so the towers. So there are spires all the way down south, and you have to do some kind of magic that's within the same school of the spire that it represents, and then it lets you in, and then you use that kind of magic at the top. You need the flowers. You do need all the flowers to make the towers activate, shine a light, point to a specific location. But, we're figuring things out. There's also a construct that also activates with that too, so it's pretty neat.
So what's the good news?
They found the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that is good news.
So we can bring the skull there finally and talk to the head.
There's some more
Person, touch as a
breaking
person.
information, but we can get into that a little later.
Oh, what are we doing here? Is this like a? I'll kind of lean over to Rista. Is this like meeting the parents? Is that what's going on?
I don't know, but now that you put that idea in my head, I am much more scared.
You're an ass.
Sorry.
Well, this is pretty cool. It's just looking around at all the like vines and stuff creeping along the walls and the doors.
It's a lot of hands here. Like, that's a little creepy, right?
No, she's the many-handed goddess. She's got a lot of hands.
Just a little on the nose, don't you think? On the hand.
None of the hands are like. Ugh. They're all like
Or like this,
like
or
gesturing out in these like with these compassionate. I guess a lot of hands is kind of creepy, even if it's meant with the best intentions.
Eh. Maybe it's not that creepy.
She's
I gotta
nice.
hand it to her. It is an interesting temple.
On that note.
You guys all want to go in?
yeah.
Okay.
So why are we here specifically? Did you just want to visit? What prompted this?
She had it pointed out that it might be a good idea.
Okay, so all right, so it was along the way. It's a good idea. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
I was
does
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are you ready?
no. Go ahead.
I was just hoping to get some answers on
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal for you. You ready?
I guess.
Are you nervous?
I didn't really think about it until now. Yeah, I guess so.
Mm.
I mean, like you said, you're like were birthed from one of her angels. Like, are they gonna make a big deal out of you? Are you like a chosen one or something?
I don't know.
You like that idea so much.
I mean, I'm flattered that you guys think that. I don't know. I just do what I can. Just do what I can to help. It's not a
Does
big
this
We're gonna have to
temple
find out.
look like it doesn't look like abandoned, right? Like it doesn't look like overgrown and crumbled. It looks like just like a normal building.
Doesn't look crumbled or abandoned. It does look a little bit overgrown. There's no road leading here.
Hmm.
You guys had to fly here. There is a porcelain light that shines out of the white and gray stained glass windows. There's some sort of light in there.
I'll point that out to the group. There's a lot of vines. There's no road here. Like, be wary. Mickey, this is your temple. You lead the way.
Okay. And I will go and I will open the door.
You reach out and go to grab the handles, and they also reach back and grab your hands in this like "come with me, child" kind of way. And as the hands grab yours, they kind of like pull inside, and then they let go as they gently drift to the sides. You look inside. The whole room is porcelain in color and filled with a like very very soft white, like that very comforting light. There are sculptures of gesturing hands, like reaching out all over the place, as well as statues of angels, very like traditionally angelic figures, like Celtic angels, um, that have these strange like blue, like sapphire blue adornments Like one has a necklace, and you walk up a couple rows, and one has like this belt clasp that's a sapphire. Uh, it's actually a very, very beautiful scene, if not creepy for the fact that there are no people here. It is only you.
Do I see an angel that has a sword?
You do.
Oh,
Does she look familiar?
Yes. You see a large statue of an angel with a 10-foot long saber. Like, it is real size and real proportions, just like in your dream. Like, there is some kind of statue that is bigger than the rest of a guardian angel with a massive saber at her hip. Just praying like that. Hair pulled down over the side.
Asked my mom.
Oh, she's very tall.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Are
you
angels normally
clearly
that big?
didn't inherit that gene.
Shut up.
I reach out to high five Ryan.
I'm gonna hit my
It's funny,
grandmother.
on
She's
my
gonna be
screen, you
sorry.
guys are high fiving the wrong way.
Yeah.
um, I'll walk over and I'll just like pat the statue
Okay.
and I'll say, hey mom, uh, we're here. I don't know if you're here or if anyone else is here, but we came to visit.
As you're speaking to the statue itself, with every word that you speak, um, you start to hear this uh, harp-like melody that is softly, almost playing behind your speech. Almost like someone is hearing you.
So we kind of came here to see if maybe you or Kier or Velana um might be able to help us kind of figure out exactly what's going on. I think we have a lot of puzzle pieces, but we're kind of missing the edges around the puzzle. You know what I mean?
You stare up at the statue, just looking at it being a statue and not moving or turning in any way or speaking back, and uh, you get this faint jolt in your heart that causes you to look over to your left, and you can see that there is an elevated platform where it looks like sermons are read from, uh, with a stage and a podium, and uh, in the corner of the stage you see a woman in a white robe now with a blue sash, uh, playing a porcelain harp with platinum strings. You can see Velana just gently narrating your experience here with a melody.
I'll wave over to her.
Do the rest of us see her?
Oh yeah, she's there.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's surreal.
I'm gonna step in front of Mickey and point my finger at Vaylon and be like, "You're not kidnapping her again."
You hear the subtle sound, comfortingly, of the strings start to like transpose the key quickly and then start changing into a familiar sea shanty that you would know. Just like a song of bearing the harsh ocean.
She's not gonna kidnap me. Don't be dumb.
You did last time.
You just gotta be careful, you know?
All right, this is your show, Mickey. What do you want to say to her?
What's going on? What's Tenris want? And what can we do to stop it?
You all walk over toward her. I imagine that there's like this long floor as you're looking at the statue. There's like a lot of floor left to go before you get to that point.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll head over if that's where Mickey's going.
I'm there with you.
Yes.
Always.
Hi, Mickey. Have you ever read stories? Actually, you haven't. You haven't been much of a storybook reader through
I
your
like to
life,
draw
have
my
you?
own.
I know you do, and you have been, and that's good. But in some stories, there are people who find something very powerful or make something very powerful and then become hungry with that power and use it to try to take everything and everything from everyone else. Sometimes they succeed. I wonder. I have kept it from you for so long. Are you ready to see some of the truth of your dream?
I think so.
I have to know that you're sure. You won't come out of this the same.
I'll just look around at everyone.
Hush holds your hand. And
Rista
squeezes
holds
it.
her hand on the other side and then holds Hush's hand.
Supportive
Yeah.
kind of line. Supportive kind of line.
I'll give you a smile and a thumbs up.
I'll
does
just
not
go
move.
over, put hands on both shoulders, just be like, "You ready for anything?"
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to see some familiar faces and some unfamiliar as she takes an actual, like, pretty hard gaze at Quinn. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
All of
Me?
us, or Quinn, or
No, just Mickey to enter the
Oh,
dream.
okay.
Oh god, I got so
I
scared.
thought, yeah, I was like, what?
She death rays you in the face.
Drop to 0.
Ray. Wisdom save would be 17.
17. All right. I think based on the climax of this moment, we're gonna stop it here
No,
today.
fuck off,
Yep.
dude.
Faye
don't
knew it.
have-
She
You
called
know,
it.
you need your notes. You
I
need
don't
your
have my notes to deliver you the full experience of this.
notes.
Fine.
You deserve the
Makes
best
so
of it,
sorry.
though.
Pick up that
Oh,
phone because I
man.
fucking called it.
Yep.
Ring,
There's
ring,
some-
ring.
there's some
You can
things
collect
I
your
can-
prize at the door.
There's some things I can say. The gist of this is, and then there's things like this where I cannot do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't do it justice.
Makes sense.
This is a big moment. It needs full everything.
Especially like
Hey, this is
I
gonna
don't.
prove or disprove the time loop theory.
Yeah, it really is. We're gonna find out, like, especially because, like, since she was looking at you, I'm under the implication we're all popping in this dream.
Oh, I think so. We'll find out. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
gonna see soon.
Oh,
Just
Oh,
gotta.
I know that's a tease. I hope everyone can play next Sunday.
Please, please, please. I
oh,
can play. I can play. I can play.
oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
made
totally
sure I
down.
can. Yeah.
I'm totally down.
I was gonna say I would be absolutely livid if we could not. So
If you can't, that's cool. We'll just play without you. We'll just,
Yeah, not a huge deal.
yeah, this won't be important for you at
Nothing
all.
major happens again. It's fine.
Mhm.
We'll
Other
send.
than
We'll let you know. Like
There was
we'll
a
leave a
chance
sticky
that
note
we
out the
were
door.
if there was a chance that we weren't playing next week, I'd say let's jump back on in an hour if you really want to do it. But
Nah,
No, no,
we're
no,
I,
no,
good.
no.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go see my family too. But
family. What
I
are you, Vin
know
Diesel?
my aunt got a puppy. I want to go meet it.
All right,
Okay,
fine.
well, you have to send
Aw.
photos then.
Oh, that was an
Yeah.
awesome joke, by the way. That went right over my head.
Family.
What are you, Vin Diesel?
No,
Okay.
dogs are worth it.
So, past, present, or future, anybody who has tuned into this, we thank you with my weird
Anyone in
gestures.
previous iterations of the time loop, even.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Oh yeah,
Thank
we
you.
haven't told. No one
Thank
knows
you
about
so
that. That's just you and me.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
you and your inside secrets. Thank you very much. If you happen to like this and you want to support the stream, please follow and subscribe. Please.
It'd be really
This
cool if
is
you
my
did.
emotional face. Again, this was Hal G D&D, and I hope you all have a lovely week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.